It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, these are the monks.
Tibetan monks.
Yeah, this is the Tibetan sacred temple music.
Excuse me.
These are actually instruments they're playing.
Yeah, these are like
Yeah.
big horn things.
Yeah, I'm not one to take a cultural stance on the innate superiority of Western
over
church music, but I don't know.
You can't really sing along with this, can you?
Not a big argument there. I think.
Where's that one that we were?
Now that's an actual monk voice.
Oh, is it?
That's not an instrument.
John is dead.
Poor John Fry's dead. You were all going to burn
Wait a
in
minute,
hell.
Bob.
Well, I'm
Bob,
sorry.
Get out Ozzy.
Oh.
Black Sabbath.
Oh God!
I think we can segue. I think we can segue this right into Black Sabbath. Hang on a
It's so
second.
going to rain right here in the studio.
They need some drums.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
That was almost too perfect. We're going
Still there.
You still got the monks going?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It sounds great.
Oh yeah!
Now that's going to
That's your mantra, right?
Yep, it's
chick,
20.
Chick gets in the yoga pose and goes.
2020 mantra. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, June 4th, 2020. Everybody soldiering through here.
Just
Hello,
another
Tom.
day.
Josh seems to be adjusting his balls. You okay over there, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
Get everything in place?
Yep.
Okay,
Just a
good.
little off center there.
Let's keep him in center. I thought I dressed left.
Oh,
Christy? Oh, never mind.
I don't have that problem.
She doesn't understand how we walk around with these things.
I don't.
See, there you go.
Where does it go?
Where the hell is it? It's like
Where
having
do
a
you sit
chicken
down?
hanging off of you. What are you doing?
goes many places.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, chick.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Ace. Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick McGee.
And there's Jimmy Pardo today, a Bob and Tom legend. There you go. How's that
Hey,
sound?
how about
Suck
that?
on that.
That seems a little hostile. Hey, hi, everybody. The semi-quarantine continues. We're happy to be here.
We're full on quarantine. It's no semi, it's full on.
It's semi. I mean, we're all in the same room, but we're socially distanced or whatever it is. We're not wearing masks.
Went to the car wash yesterday.
Me too.
A lot of sign language. I did.
Twice.
I had the inside.
He has to one up you.
You went to the car wash twice.
There was an incident.
Is this? When you go to the car wash? Is it the outside, inside, or just the outside?
Yesterday, just the outside.
Just the outside.
And I want my mirror back.
What'd you do to your mirror?
When you drive
when
up,
you
there used to be a
drive
mirror
in.
so you could see where your tire would go.
Right.
Oh, that.
Yeah, I
they
loved that.
They took that away, and then the guy in front of me the other day somehow got it wrong, and then 20 minutes later I had to leave because they couldn't wash any cars because the guy's thing was stuck. So
No kidding. Wow.
yeah, if you got to be able to see where your tire's going. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Drives
I
me
have
crazy.
the same problem.
Why'd they take that mirror down?
Yesterday
I don't
was
know.
the first day I went with inside, outside. I did both yesterday. And a lot of sign language during that now. A lot of sign language.
Well, there's a lot of sign language in general in our culture with
I
all
like it.
all the press conferences, et cetera, et cetera. There was an incident. Ace and I were talking about this off the air. There was an incident a couple years ago where, and I understand the need for the sign language. I get it. I'm not being insensitive here. I understand when they're having specific events. It could be a weather event or a public event of some sort, and they have a professional sign person up there. Remember the one a couple years ago? The guy was a fraud. It was just some guy that got up there.
What was that? He just
Oh, yeah, I
started
do
making.
remember that.
He just got up there and started, throwing his hands around. I guess people watching that were hearing impaired are going, oh, "What the hell is this?"
Wow.
But we're on YouTube. But I mean, if we had to cut out a section of people that, we didn't want to listen, it would be the deaf. I would think. What do you think?
We're not. I'm just saying. What we could do is.
without
I mean,
saying.
seriously, they can't hear what I'm saying right now.
But
So
what we could do is we could hire one of those sign people and put them in the corner.
Yeah.
and they'd be doing this, but I've got a feeling they'd be doing the I'm holding a broom up and down motion a lot.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of
What's the sign for pizza and masturbation, Josh? Go.
They may just walk out after 5 minutes.
In any event, but sometimes they're quite animated, and it's what an amazing thing to do.
Christy Lee can back me up on this. When we would go out on the comedy tour and host the comedy tour, every now and then we'd go to a venue where they would have a sign language.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I had the best time of my life. I would mention certain phrases, and I go, "What's the sign for that?" And they would go, "Yeah, that's it."
Yeah, and after the fourth time, it seemed the sign for everyone was the middle finger directed right at Chick.
That happened.
This isn't getting old.
That's exactly it. It's not getting any traction. Yeah,
well,
that's
hello,
right.
everybody. Let's see what else is going on. We have...
I've never been so tired in my life as I am.
Oh, that means good
this
show.
week. Is that right?
Always good show.
Right?
Total exhaustion. Until about 9.
Yeah,
then,
9, I kind of,
Yeah, then, that's pretty much every day. But I think when you're really exhausted, maybe 8:30, you kind of...
Why are you so exhausted?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
What are you doing?
And I don't know. Well, I've been outside a lot, actually, with the weed whacking the weeds. And
you have some nice tanning going
I'll
on?
get some color. Ace and I are the same color right now, which is exciting. And
not quite, but that's a good start.
Pretty close.
Especially in today's world.
I'm closer to him than you are.
Humor is the great healer.
That's exactly right.
You notice when you went out of here that you could see a lot better?
I have not heard from the chipmunk in a couple days.
I got a letter.
So,
by the way, when you left here, did you notice you could turn a lot easier? You can thank me.
No, I could not go up the hill.
Bush?
No. I trimmed.
Did you go out there and trim bushes?
Yeah, I trimmed the brush. So when you
did? He's a lunatic and a menace in this neighborhood. There's no doubt about it. He gets out here, Josh, and trims the bush while people are trying to
Widely regarded as a psychopath.
Absolutely.
No,
the
the growth, it gets so far out you can't make a left turn safely because you can't see. It's a very...
I can't make a right turn up the hill, and never mind.
We need to get some people out here and cut that stuff. But in the meantime, I've got my high-end, what do you call those, shears with... I love
So one
those.
of two things has happened. Either the chipmunk has
moved on?
Has passed.
I have a letter.
Or he ran out of the garage when I had the door open. Okay, go ahead. What do we got?
Dear Bob and Tom Show, what's wrong with Chick's 2 dogs that any chipmunk is allowed to stay alive? This comes to us from Deb in Quincy, Illinois. She writes, I've been working at home since mid-March, and my mini schnauzer has killed 12 chipmunks, 3 squirrels, and a bird.
Oh, my God.
Holy hell.
She brings them in through the doggy door
Sure.
and presents them to me while I'm working.
Isn't that nice?
No, I took the mini Aussie down there and let her run around the garage, and she was so excited to be outside that she didn't want to, or in the garage. There were a lot of smells, a lot of stuff. She didn't pay any
Maybe
attention to
the
the
chipmunk smelled the dogs and decided to vacate.
You think that was?
I'm guessing. I don't know much about chipmunks.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad you solved that problem.
I guess it's over. Now, I'll pull in today, and there he'll be.
If you get a hummingbird stuck in your garage, now that's an ordeal.
Oh, my God.
Well, there's an entire process.
this
There's
whole
a
thing.
tennis racket involved.
No. You
What
have to
do you
have
do?
a flashlight. You got to do it at night. Very complicated.
Okay.
But we're not going to
Whack
go
it
over
with a
that now.
flashlight, right?
Let's see. Now, we'd love to hear from you, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Got some great letters here. A lot of interesting things going on in the world. And an enormous number of people are commenting on events that have happened to them involving intoxication, urination in a bed or somewhere else. So, Josh, you're not alone. Josh very bravely stepped up and mentioned that he had...
You could start a support group, maybe.
Yeah.
He had hooked up with some woman of loose morals from his...
But he didn't say that.
Some round-heeled coworker, and he proceeded to
That poor woman.
He proceeded.
Why are you bad-mouthing her?
Have his way with her, and then urinate in her bed.
Take that, I said.
We have been receiving more and more
That ought to hold you.
more letters about people that have had this happen to them. They've witnessed it. But we have a letter about something else that came up yesterday on the show.
Oh.
And I think you'll know exactly when this came up when I read you this letter. Dear Bob and Tom Show, this comes to us from, we'll just call him Mr. C in Arizona.
Okay.
Okay.
He He says, I've been huffing my wife's panties for years.
Hey.
All right. Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know what it is, but this really makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too.
There's no reason to judge this man.
Me too.
He goes, it's a game starter for me.
Okay, there you go.
Game starter. It's kickoff.
Selecting the proper pair to huff is an art as well as a science. Still huffing, Mr. C in Arizona.
Yeah, good for you. You do you, pal.
We had a letter about that. And remember in the letter, this woman was upset because her husband was somehow acquiring her friend's panties and huffing them, if you will.
Yeah.
Which is an odd, I don't know how that conversation goes. He must have been stealing them, I would
They
assume.
had to have been.
Yeah.
That's some dangerous territory, though, to mess with any friend.
Yeah,
It's not a
exactly.
good idea ever.
Yeah, and I not to mention I would think the potential inhalation rather of E. coli. I mean, even the most hygienic lady
What
would
happened to
occasionally
you?
have a.
Were you born? Did a proctologist deliver you?
Apparently.
Is that what happened?
You
Just
are
saying, if people were more like
fecal obsessed.
if people were more careful, this whole coronavirus thing wouldn't have happened.
Fecal focused.
I'm sure
we need
this
his
is-
T-shirt.
That's nothing. What?
Fecal focused.
No, this is probably some dude that forgot to wash his hands after some kind of fisting event in China
Oh my God, Tom. No.
involving bats, and I'm just saying. Some glory hole in Hunan or whatever the hell it is. Not Hunan. Who cares?
Hunan.
Shut the door. I've had enough of this. I'm tired of this thing. I want it to go away. We can will it away, right? Isn't that the?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay,
doctor's
that's
not
right.
saying we can
Okay,
win.
Just
good.
what makes that little old man think he something up to the plant?
I had never
Rubber
heard of
tree
panty
plant.
huffing. Wow. And this guy, I'm not going to use his
I
full
hate
name.
to tell you this, but there's a lot of things you have not heard of.
I know, and I'm glad. I think if you balance things I haven't heard of that bring me joy and
Yeah.
things I haven't heard of that make me sad,
Right.
I think that
So, in fact,
the
here's-
sad stuff wins.
How about let's talk about the deep prostate massage, Josh.
Not had one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm open to it.
Okay, there you go. Tom, you open to that?
Good stiff in a federal facility.
Oh boy.
Holy receive. Do you want to give me the teaser and not the whole story?
Well, sports today, a new feature starts.
What's
today in history and sports. What do you think of that?
Good.
I like
it.
Huh? Oh, it's a good one today in history and sports. And for those of you lining up to get ready for a Major League Baseball game, not so fast, my friends. The term serious jeopardy has been being used in the story. And the NBA has got a wacky plan to restart the
See,
season.
it seems they're getting it together.
Well, but they're omitting some teams. But I guess what the hell?
Well, so if you're not playing below, if you're playing below 500 now, you really think you should be in the playoffs?
Well, yeah.
No. That's the problem with all these leagues now. It's all like we don't give grades anymore, and every kid gets a trophy.
Yeah, in this case, it's a money thing.
And Major
No,
League.
but I mean, if you stink as a team, why should you be in the playoffs?
and
Because
Josh,
that city can get money.
Josh, I'm going to let you read our topic for today's stupid world record.
This is such a great.
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's so great.
I don't understand. Okay.
Right,
It's,
the bold print
What is
there at the
it?
top.
Guinness World Record, the largest mouth gape.
Mouth gape.
Come on. Certified by a dentist.
Does that
Is a
mean you
human
just
being?
Yes, human
opening
being.
your mouth?
Go like this, Christy.
Like what?
How wide you can open your mouth.
Yeah, see, Christy, yours probably opens an inch and a half, and admittedly, you have a tongue the size of a small fly.
Oh my gosh, my kids make fun of me all the time. Stick out your tongue, Mom.
We'll get to all this
Wow,
stuff
I
later.
don't know what's going on over there.
Wow.
Jeez.
Why would they do that?
Your girls are comparing tongues over there?
Somebody found
movie night.
somebody
No.
found a copy of,
Oh, boy.
of the same gender. The
What?
Diary of a London Lady. I want to talk about a couple
guys are
different things
dirty.
coming up. No, this is all somewhat erotic, perhaps. There's a new hacker group out there, and I love the fact they've already got a name. The Shiny Hunters. They claim to
hell
have
is
breached.
that?
They claim to have breached 10 companies. They're now selling their user databases on the dark web. Companies that have been breached range from an online dating app to a food delivery service, various online stores, and some newspapers. So it's out there once again. Apparently 73 million user records are out there on the dark web. So I bring this up because I want to mention LifeLock. LifeLock is a way to protect your identity. And they've got people that will work with you should your identity be stolen. And it just happened to a really good friend of mine. And what a drag. It involved some stolen mail that was blah, blah, blah. Pretty soon, there were credit cards that in his name, et cetera, et cetera. You got to be careful out there. So LifeLock watches stuff like this, and they can detect if your information has potentially been compromised. They'll send you an alert. They're watching your credit. They're making sure no one borrows money using your name, et cetera, et cetera. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can see threats you're probably going to miss on your own. So it's very inexpensive, but if you join right now, you can save an additional 25% off that first year if you use the code TOM25. So check it out. Go to LifeLock.com/Tom25. It's very simple. LifeLock.com/Tom25. 25% off your first year. You'll sleep better knowing that someone halfway across the world is not becoming you, John Q. Citizen. Okay? It's worth it. You'll sleep better. I'm not kidding. Check it out. LifeLock.com/Tom25. Coming up, will the NBA be back? I sure hope so. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison with you. It is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. Coming up this morning, comedian Jimmy Pardo. Jimmy hosting a virtual edition of his podcast, Playing Games, airing live from Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, California, this Saturday, June 6th at 7:30 p.m. What a great name for a comedy club. Flappers. Follow him at Jimmy Pardo or go to jimmypardo.com for more information. Jimmy Pardo joining us later this morning right here on a Thursday on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Amy Grant had open heart surgery to fix a heart condition she's had since birth. Doctors discovered Grant had the heart condition during a routine checkup. Velvet Kelm, her publicist, said Grant's doctors report the surgery yesterday could not have gone better. Amy Grant's been married to country singer, friend of the show, Vince Gill, for 20 years, 6-time Grammy winner, and has sold more than 30 million albums. The nation's largest theater chain may not survive the coronavirus pandemic. AMC reports even if the theaters reopen at the end of the month, they may still have to go out of business. The problem goes beyond being closed the past 3 months, but the real concern if moviegoers will return to theaters when restrictions ease, and will there be any movies to go see? Hollywood has canceled or delayed all the summer hits, which means pickings will be slim once the theaters get to reopen. And Bruce J. Friedman has died. He was an Oscar-nominated screenplay writer, popular playwright and author. Among the movies he wrote scripts for were Splash and Stir Crazy. Friedman was 90. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I could read some of the meanest things that you've ever said to me.
Oh, we have to hear that.
We must hear this.
It's only 2 things, but they're good. One is a classic. It's "Damn it, Willie, you're ruining Christmas." That everybody loves.
And he said that in all earnestness?
All earnestness.
Yeah. What were you doing?
One, like for something as small as opening a stocking present out of line. Yeah, God damn it, you're ruining Christmas. Or damn it, you're ruining Christmas.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey, it's your drinking buddy, Jimmy Mad Dog Matus. You guys ever drink too much and find yourself in places you just should not be? I've been drinking all night long. I don't know where I've been. I stumble into a quiet place, a place called the Ramrod Inn. Judy Garland's on the jukebox. Some guy says, "I dig your hair." I sober up and turn around and say, "Hold it there, Pierre." As I turn to walk away, I said, "I sure as hell ain't gay." What the hell? What the hell? What the hell am I doing here? What the hell? What the hell am I doing here? I did it again. I drank too much beer. What the hell am I doing here? What the hell? wake up in this hotel lounge. I had too many beers. And everyone who's at the bar has great big pointy ears. The guy next to me looks like Captain Kirk, and he's standing at a...
Hello, 620 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, thanks very much for joining us. We're doing something called Heat Relief. Thanks to Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. This will be a week from Friday, so that's the 12th of June. We'll start it at 10 o'clock. Same location. We've been doing it for years there and had great success. Thank you very much. What we're talking about is getting water. What was that?
There was something Borat used
A little
to say.
Borat. Great success.
Oh, thank you.
Sexy time.
I just thought I was being harassed for no reason. Trying to help out some people that, with all the other... What's the word I'm looking for that I can say on the radio? With all of the other difficulties in our world right now, there are a lot of people who have food acquisition issues, shall we say, and water, especially when it gets hotter. So we're just trying to, a literal drop in the bucket, but trying our best. And thanks to Indiana Members Credit Union and 2 Men in a Truck and Angel Animal Hospital, we'll be collecting water and essentials for the Midwest Food Bank. So it's coming up a week from Friday. We'll give you all the details, and we will be at our usual location, which is the Walmart. How do I describe? County Line in Emerson on the south side.
That's a good description.
That's the one. That's almost like an address.
Yeah.
Okay.
You lunatic.
We have a weather forecast from Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Off and on showers and thunderstorms today, high 83. Variable cloudiness overnight, chance for scattered thunderstorms, low 68. And then cloudy with a chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, high 87. 68 now. Weekend looking great, though.
That's the good news.
Yes.
Got a tremendous looking weekend, and we deserve it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Lee. I love that shirt you're wearing. You look very, very nice.
So do I.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Fatigue check. Chick McGee over at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. You want a little coffee over there, buddy?
I'm running at about a 2.
Okay. Is 10 the best?
10, yeah, 10 would be great.
Okay, good. It'll get everybody psyched for listening.
Don't go anywhere, because I don't care, okay?
See,
Hang in there,
you're
people.
thinking, I wish you were awake and alert. No. No, the fun things happen when you're exhausted.
You wanted to, yeah.
Do you ever notice that when you're really tired, you can't think at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You do really dumb things. Okay, good.
Have you ever just found that you're all of a sudden you've been sitting and staring for like 7 minutes? Have you ever done that?
It happens a lot to me.
Absolutely. It's like,
What the hell happened? Sometimes when I'm drying off from the shower, all of a sudden I go, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
I've just been standing here.
It's like I took a shower this morning. It's like I summited Everest when I got done. I'm like, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay, we got that out of the way. All right. Woo.
Was that because you were standing next to a Sherpa? A naked...
Yes, me and Tenzeg were...
a naked Tenzeg.
That's right.
Okay, good. That's a good start. That's Chick McGee once again, the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Coming up in the news, we have Peacock news.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
A nice peacock story.
You're a child.
It seems like we have a lot of peacock news lately.
If you think I'm a child now, wait till you hear the story. And I've come up with an idea.
Christy, the reason we have
bordering on being a concept.
okay.
Understanding the distinction. Gravity, a concept.
Sure.
A restaurant that serves only macaroni, really an idea, not a concept.
Yes.
I love
a premise.
No, it's a concept restaurant. Oh, really? It's based on gravity. It's the food. If you drop it, falls to the ground. Well, thank you.
Well, that's star cheese, right? Macaroni and cheese, only star cheese? Oh, good stuff.
There's a new one I can tell you about.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I've been looking at pictures.
Me too.
There are many trends.
Did you go there?
Many trends in this world I don't like. However, for example, flavored tea should be illegal.
You're angry about that.
Hate it.
Legitimately angry.
Especially if how can they ruin? And bottled tea should be illegal.
There are some good ones now. They have improved.
I don't care if they have flavored tea, but they should have regular plain tea. As well.
But but those restaurants that have the exotic macaroni and cheese, I'm a big fan.
Those are great. The specialty grilled cheese restaurants are great.
Yes, this is where we're getting ingenuity.
Yeah,
and I love it when they mix cultures. And they'll say they take this from over here, this from over here.
Oh, a fusion restaurant.
Oh, there you go.
Now, as opposed to fusion music, which is where you take turds and take
here we go.
music,
and polish them, and still have a turd.
Yes. How about a song with no melody? Okay, good.
That cheese restaurant was called Constipados, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of an Italian.
Constipados.
L.
Constipated.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings us to National Cheese Day. Today's National Cheese Day.
Oh, how about that? Just in general, all cheese.
Yeah, no, all cheese.
Love cheese.
Me too.
So do your macaroni and cheese with extra cheese today. Just
Once again, I think blue cheese dressing should be dyed blue.
Love
so
blue
you,
cheese.
You don't
Don't have a
mistake it
problem.
for. You don't mistake it. Think it's ranch and ruin your salad at a salad bar. But salad bars are a thing of the past.
You mess up blue cheese
salad
for
bars.
me.
Salad bars are like the telegram of.
Are all of them gone?
They're gonna be, except on cruise ships.
Even hand over my heart, Ruby Tuesdays. Even them
That can't be.
They'll figure it out.
got to.
But it'll.
I can't imagine. I mean, when we get back to so-called normality, if that ever happens, I can't imagine a salad bar being. But who knows?
There may have to be a vaccine or cure, whatever.
Yeah, I was turned off the salad bar years ago when someone. I said, "What's that big plastic thing?" And they go, "That's called a sneeze shield."
yeah.
I didn't need to know that because that meant that they had to do that because somebody sneezed on a salad bar somewhere.
I remember a restaurant that didn't have those for a long time, and then when they got put in, people were complaining because it was harder to reach certain foods.
Yeah.
Especially when you're short.
But now I realize, oh no, that had to be in there. Yeah.
No, I was able to get a big handful
Remember the
of
restaurant?
the lettuce. It was covered in snot.
I believe the complaint was specifically the Old Country Buffet cinnamon rolls were now harder to access.
OCB.
Okay.
Remember the restaurant that they just give you a bun and a hamburger patty, and you'd go to the Works bar and just load it up, man.
Fuddruckers.
Whatever you want.
Fuddruckers, yeah.
Does Fuddruckers do that?
Yes.
There used to be a chain called Flaky Jake's. You
Flaky
could do that.
Jakes, sure.
That was the. That
I love
was
that.
all
I
right.
do too, yeah.
Now I'm getting really hungry for
Me
a burger.
too.
Coming up, we're going to tell you the world's greatest Father's Day gift.
That has hamburgers in it.
It's not a tie.
All right.
No.
But it involves steaks, and I'm getting hungry just thinking about Omaha Steaks. But I was going to make a point here. Oh, I know what it was. Ace Cosby is sitting at the omahasteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day chair, brought to you by omahasteaks.com.
Is it Omaha Steaks?
Yeah, and then Josh, you'll notice he looks like he's in a chair from the Star Trek, what is it, the Enterprise?
Make it so.
Yes, it's an orange chair because it's the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
Engage.
And let's see, we go around the corner in this building to the next building, and Pat Godwin is on camera. Hey,
Yeah.
Pat, how's it going?
It's going good.
You got your guitar out? I was kind of thinking
It's right
maybe,
here always,
maybe
Tom.
a song before we get to sports.
What?
What about
What
the
did I
Navy
do?
Federal Credit Union news desk?
I was going to.
What about the crazycockwine.com
Yeah.
sports desk?
I already mentioned that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was not paying attention.
Yes. Well, Christy Lee, that's my favorite outfit. You look like you're going to be diving into a pile of straw and going, "Let me show you something, honey."
It's so cute. Or popping out of a cornfield, telling a joke, and then
Yeehaw.
Billy Joe, Bobby Joe, Betty Joe, Toe Joe, they're all there.
Petticoat Junction.
Oh, Joe. Someday someone's going to take one of these shows into a footnote version.
Yeah, I hope
And
so.
we're in trouble.
Yeah, coming up, I have a Harry Truman joke.
the annotated Bob and Tom show.
But coming up in sports, you can't miss Today in Sports History.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, yeah.
We can start doing this every day.
I have to do a little preparation. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see.
I'll get somebody on it.
Okay,
I like
we'll
that
see.
new theme song.
Is that nice? I just found it on the Today in Sports History.
That is nice.
Sounds very Downton Abbey-ish.
That's robust, isn't it?
God, that is
Yes.
beautiful. That is beautiful. Christy Lee is, of course, in the Navy Federal Credit Union
course.
newsroom.
But we're going to do a song from, what's his name? So
you look
let's,
like you're about to stand up and go, "You ever seen me eat a corn dog, honey?"
Well, just go over there. Why don't you two just go into one of the rooms and we'll give you 10 minutes.
Oh, come on. No.
She sees a cute boy. I could mop him up with a biscuit.
Oh,
What'd you just say?
Or it's sop. I could sop him up with a biscuit.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it again.
If I had a biscuit, I'd sop you.
Do it in your Southern Christy voice again.
I could sop him up with a biscuit.
I could sop him up with a biscuit.
That is one heck of a
no,
shirt.
you do this.
Wow.
I could sop you up with a biscuit.
Oh, man.
Oh, I have to leave.
If you don't think something twitched.
Yes. you could feel it from over there.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Pat and I were having a discussion in the hallway, and I had
I'm
to.
sure you
It was an argument.
Yeah, I was going to say,
there's no
you
discussion.
very rarely have discussions with Pat.
Once again, had to have him back off.
back off
Oh,
what?
he's getting too close to you?
Yeah, there's a distance thing going on here.
And you wanted me to redo the Paul Simon thing, but we were arguing about the title.
Yes, I mean, because, apparently I was watching this show, the 6 feet away thing.
Yes.
They literally just pulled that out of their ass. And now they're doing some more scientific studies. They're thinking it may be more like 10. The guy said if someone lights up a cigarette and you're in a room, The second you can sell the smoke, that's how quickly this stuff passes in the air. So think about that. So you got to have a lot of ventilation or be outside.
So you're just injecting a little responsibility into Godwin's.
Yeah. And,
Tom,
I went to a restaurant yesterday. Ate at the restaurant. It was very nice, but it was outside.
Yeah.
Because the sunlight apparently kills the CV. But Pat and I are arguing about the name of the song.
Tom wanted 10 feet away, and I wanted 6 feet away. You know, the longer the negotiation, the less I'm excited to play. But I'll go with 10 feet away. Is that what the group thinks?
Try 10, yeah.
All
Try
right.
10.
Keep 10 feet away. Oh, 10 feet away.
6 is better.
I agree.
Because it's got the S from slip.
It's got the alliteration. Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad that your science is based on alliteration.
Well, it's poetic license is what it is.
Yeah, I think
license to
It sounds better, right, Chick?
Yeah.
License to kill is what it is.
I win 6 feet away. You know, the longer the incubation, the more you keep 6 feet away. Oh, I know a man. I work with him every day. He was like this 20 years ago, now he's more afraid. He says, Godwin, put a mask over your mouth and your nose. Wash your hands every 10 minutes, and if you sneeze, for Christ's sake, burn your clothes. And keep 6 feet away.
What about this, Pat? What about this?
Yeah.
Keep at least 6 feet away.
Keep at least 6.
No.
That doesn't work.
I like it.
Too many syllables.
He's right. It does change the...
Slip, slide, no way.
I like
Keep
that
at
best.
least slip.
No,
Yes.
no. Too many syllables.
What about apostrophe least? So
Keep at least...
no. Keep at least 6 feet away.
No, right. It sounds like you're renting something. I'd like to lease. No.
Are we really doing this on the air?
Oh, I do this every night with him.
Oh, my
Too many syllables per phrase.
Keep 6 feet away. Or 10 feet away. You know, the sooner your resignation, the less you keep 10 feet away.
6 to 10 feet away.
6 to 10 feet away.
Everybody.
I like Christy's shirt. Let's talk about
Thank
that.
you.
Okay.
I have no concept of distance. I don't know what 6
Keep whatever
feet or
distance you're
10
comfortable
feet
with
or-
away.
Well, Christy,
I have no idea.
I'm going to help Christy with her concept of distance. In spite of what you've been told, Christy, this is not 10 inches.
Okay.
I'm sure you've been hearing all that for quite some time. The classics.
Yes.
Okay. Coming up, we have some NBA news, and things are starting to kind of get back in place in many places.
Did we do history yet?
We're gonna get to that in a second. Before we get to that, we have some mail to get to, but I want to remind you that Duke Tomato and the Power Tree are doing a live show tonight.
What?
In Decatur. Riverside Center, Decatur, Indiana. Is that
Cool.
right?
Yeah, Decatur, Indiana. It's up by Fort Wayne.
7 o'clock tonight. There you go.
All right.
And it'll be, what do you call it? Socially distanced or whatever.
Sure, let's just remember to keep 6 to 10 feet away.
There you go.
Son of a...
Okay, back to sports.
Start of the Major League Baseball season is in serious jeopardy after management rejected the players' offer, 114-game regular season in the pandemic-delayed situation with
Season's in jeopardy.
with no additional salary. Baby.
I love that.
I do too.
That's not his best song, though.
That's a
Breakup song.
Breakup song is one of the. That's a great, underrated song.
Yeah.
According to reports, MLB told the union it had no interest, no thank you, in extending the season into November, which was the fulcrum, the hinge, the basis of the players' proposal. Told the union, forget it. No November baseball. It fears a second wave of the virus could disrupt the postseason and jeopardize $787 million in broadcast revenue. So they've decided to just S-can the whole season.
Wouldn't that jeopardize all of the revenue?
Yes.
Isn't some better than none?
I don't know what's going on here, but the players.
So are you saying? So you're saying that the whole season's in jeopardy?
Yes.
So
for those of you who know me, I am rubbing my forehead. That's right.
Greg Kinn. God, great guy.
Inspired blared, of course, Weird Al's I Lost on Jeopardy.
Yes.
A worthy video. But this is a song you don't hear. I don't know why this is not played. I'm
This
sure
is wonderful.
This must not
I have a theory as to
show
why
up
it's
in
not
the
played
research, but here we go. This is a breakup song.
The
Greg
title.
Kinn.
Man.
The surf guitar. It's even got the twang there.
Yeah, that's
great.
right.
It's
Dwayne Eddy.
Oh, always liked it.
Just an hour before.
Yeah,
That's it right there.
give yourself do yourself a favor.
Write 'em like that anymore.
Yeah, look up the breakup song by Greg Kinn, and his albums had titles like Kinspiracy. Yeah, just great stuff. I think he's still working on the air and radio.
He became a radio guy,
San
right?
Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, right
That's
on.
because everybody can do radio.
Well, not as bad as this. This takes, this takes effort and a total lack of preparation. Yeah, we talked to him a few years ago, but that's such a great song.
Yeah.
God.
I think most people don't know it's called the breakup song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're. I think
it's
you're
called,
right.
Yeah, it's like Led Zeppelin songs. You can never tell.
Who knows what the title is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So it's time for Today in History and Sports?
Yes, as a matter of fact, because the Major League Baseball season, we were talking about that, is in jeopardy. And that means let's look back on Today in Sports.
Okay.
1974. 10-cent beer night on a warm evening in Cleveland, Ohio.
You want to take this one?
What could go wrong? they
I
said.
wasn't there.
Oh, I thought you were.
But a friend
Tom,
of ours.
growing up in Cleveland,
a friend of ours was there.
1974.
Wow.
Early in the Rangers-Indians game at beautiful, in quotes, Municipal Stadium, inebriated young fans among the crowd of about 25,000 ran onto the field during beer night, some with knives and chairs. According to reports, firecrackers were occasionally heard. Some were even thrown into the Rangers' dugout. Then a naked guy ran onto the field in the sixth inning. As the game progressed, increasingly more fans made a spectacle of themselves by running onto the field. Concerned about debris tossed at his bullpen crew, Rangers manager then, Billy Martin, ordered them to seek cover elsewhere. By the bottom of the ninth, it got strange. Fans poured out of the right field stands and challenged Rangers outfielder Jeff Burroughs to a fight. Then Burroughs said, well, you have to realize the only thing I had to defend myself was my fist. So I was happy to get some help, and I thank Indians players came out and tried to help him to fight off Indians fans.
Oh, that's...
Players and fans fought all over the field. No players seriously injured, thankfully, although Indians pitcher Tom Hilgedorf was hit in the head with a chair. 5 fans arrested, 7 fans treated for minor injuries at hospitals.
And?
The score tied 5-5, bottom of the ninth. Chief umpire Nestor Shilak. Great.
He was hit. He was clobbered in the head with a seat.
Cut on the hand and also hit on the head by a chair. He ordered the game forfeited to the Rangers. We were so scared out there, we made plans for our escape, Shilak said. I saw weapons, and I'm sure the only other place you would see something like this happen would be in a zoo.
Oh.
Shilak's original ruling, famously, was a pound of flesh.
That would be Shylock, yeah, not Shylak. That's right, yeah.
Nestor Shilak was the guy's name, right?
Yeah, Nestor Shilak was home plate.
Oh, you were
umpire.
saying Lack. I'm sorry.
Shilak, yeah.
No, it's Shilak.
Well,
Shylak's
if you want to
Shakespeare.
pronounce it Shylock, you snot.
How do you
but
spell it?
it's Chylak. Nestor Shilak.
This Nestor Shilak would make the joke a lot funnier. See, he wanted a pound of flesh, Christy, but
shut up.
Then the other umpires reminded him about his uncle from The Merchant of Venice. It's a Shakespeare joke.
Yeah.
Anybody read anything?
I thought you
was on it
hated
right
Shakespeare.
away.
It's the closest I've ever seen. Shut up. It's the closest I've ever seen anybody come to getting killed in my more than 25 years in baseball, said Billy Martin.
Well, Billy Martin never saw Ty Cobb play.
Manager of the Rangers. True. That's true.
And it was the end of 10-cent beer night.
Yes, they never did it again.
Yes.
But they did do Adderall night.
Did they?
Following year.
They did not.
Everyone was really focused on the game. It was great.
All filling out scorecards.
So
Yes,
June 4th, 1974, 10-cent beer night in Cleveland.
Man.
Play the out cue.
Oh, this has been Today in Sports History.
I love this feature.
10-cent beer night in Cleveland.
Shylock. It's a Shakespeare joke. Okay,
Shut up.
Sorry. Omaha Steaks. That's no joke. What's coming up? Well, it's called Father's Day, and my dad would cheer like a belt. No, he would not like a belt. Unless he wants to make the belt and add that to the tie to hang himself.
No. Yeah, he wants a different part of the
He
cow.
wants steaks. Tell me about it, Josh.
Well, Father's Day coming up, of course. Give Dad the gift he really wants. Perfectly aged tender steaks from OmahaSteaks.com. My gosh, they'll deliver the world's best steaks and a huge variety of other faves directly to Old Pop. Right now, Omaha Steaks offering Bob and Tom Show listeners, that's right, only you, access to a variety of amazing packages perfect for old Dad. Go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available, many of which include free shipping and a free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick Applewood smoked steak cut bacon.
Now, if you're not familiar with the idea of steak cut bacon, you haven't lived.
Yeah.
I
just
can't wait to try
trust
it.
me on this. You'll write us a letter. We'll be so pleased.
Boy, variety of Father's Day packages include world-famous Omaha steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for tenderness and hand-carved to perfection. Burgers, franks, sausages, perfect for grilling.
If your dad doesn't listen to the show, you can go over there when he opens the box and take out the steak cut bacon and take it home.
I think that's a smart move.
Back to you.
Premium poultry and pork cut by Omaha Steaks butchers, individually sealed for freshness and flavor. Tasty, easy to make side dishes, plus one-step family meals like that meat lovers lasagna I had last week. Still dreaming about it. Artisan desserts, much, much more. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send Dad the gift he really wants. Perfectly aged Omaha Steaks. Get free shipping and that free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Give Dad Omaha Steaks.
Yum, 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 yum.
Say to yourself, what's the last meal I remember if you think quickly? And I'm thinking those burgers I made over the weekend. Omaha Steak
great.
burgers. Okay, we're coming right back. We've got NBA. We've got a bunch of super cool stuff in the news.
Stupid world record.
Oh, yeah, great one. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@bobandtom.com. This is the...
Hi, Chick McGee here at the old compound. And they want me to tell you about bobandtom.com, where you can join and be a Bob and Tom VIP. And all the swell stuff that you get to be a part of because you're a VIP.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts of things.
Like what?
There are club meetings, and there are decoder rings, and and secret handshakes. And also go to bobandtomstore.com, where you can get Bob and Tom hats and sweatshirts, and t-shirts, and shorts, socks. We have socks. I'm not sure about the socks. But yeah, bobandtomstore.com for Bob and Tom stuff, and then bobandtom.com to join the VIP. The VIP, you also get the Off the Air podcast. Come on by and visit, okay? bobandtom.com, bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Hey, Bob and Tom fans, how are you this morning? It is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. Feeling good. Jimmy Pardo on the way, coming up on Friday's Bob and Tom Show, if you're looking ahead towards tomorrow. Two great comedians, DJ Dangler and Gina Brion, joining us via Zoom, maintaining our social distancing here at the Bob and Tom Show. Jimmy Pardo also appearing via Zoom later this morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. And more of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The start of the Major League Baseball season is in serious jeopardy after management rejected the players' offer for a 114-game regular season and the pandemic-delayed season with no additional salary cuts. That's according to a person familiar with the negotiations, who also tells reporters that MLB did not plan to make a counter-proposal. MLB told the union it had no interest in extending the season into November, when it fears a second wave of the virus could disrupt the postseason and jeopardize $787 million in broadcast revenue. A person familiar with the situation tells the AP that the NBA has told the Players Association that it will present a 22-team plan for restarting the season to the league's Board of Governors sometime this afternoon. And Major League Soccer players have approved a new collective bargaining agreement that will allow for the league to return this summer with a tournament in Florida. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You can't zip by this. We were talking about Notre Dame and Navy having to move their football game, the college football season opener, out of Ireland. Someone wanted to remind me that the Irish only use 239 beans in their bean soup because one more bean would make it too fiery.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Henry, you have brought along your friend Mike McRae, comedian from Texas.
Yeah,
that's right.
And
it's cool having him around. I'll explain. There's I don't know if you guys are like me, where you get those kind of voices in your head, kind of thing.
Chuck does.
You know, but there's like, for me, it's always like there's this real high pitched voice that's like "help me" or whatever, and then there's like this low, rumbling voice that's like "come with me to hell" or something. And I used to think there was something wrong with me.
All right.
But then I had a long talk with Mike, and he said he always had the same thing. So,
oh, sure.
But anyway, I a lot of times will hear voices. Well, I have this sort of tendency to sort of let my mind wander while I'm playing a song, and so this is just sort of a
imagine that.
This is sort of a little interpretive experimental piece here that Mike and I have been working on. Where
now, is Mike going to weigh in as one of
I
your
will be
voices?
playing the voice in Henry's head.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping if we had reverb or something for Mike's voice, that would be kind of interesting.
Well, his voice is distinctly lower than yours.
Yeah, well, you know, I try to make it sound like Henry's as best I can.
How about you? 646 at Q95. It's the holy hell, Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, boy.
That was a good one.
Christy,
Tom?
save me.
Q95 Fox 59 weather. How about that? From the CarX dudes. Often on thunderstorms today. Look for a high of 83. Variable cloudiness tonight. There is scattered thunderstorms still in the forecast. Low 68. Friday, we still have showers and thunderstorms in the forecast.
Christy, are you okay?
High 87.
I've given up.
But then
I can cheer you up.
Saturday and Sunday look gorgeous. Sunshine and highs in the low 80s. I'll take it.
I'm going to cheer you up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. You guys okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's see now. Let's get back to the action. The sports desk being manned at the crazycockwine.com sports chair. It's Chick McGee.
Yep.
There's Josh. That's Christy. I'm Tom. There's Ace over there with a T-shirt from the Las Vegas Stadium.
How about that?
It's got a name now.
What's it called?
Las Vegas Stadium, right?
No.
What the hell logo is that? It looks like a.
Could you stand up so
It
I
looks
can
like
see
a
that?
spaceship. It looks like the Starship Enterprise from
It looks
the
like
side.
a squiggly Hot Wheels track.
It's just the facade of the stadium, I would imagine.
It looks like a beach.
I like
There's no
it.
beach in Vegas.
You know,
The
life's a
ocean.
beach.
Yeah.
Could we find
I
who
feel like
wrote-
I live in
we
a
find
sand
who wrote
trap.
that and deport them. Let's see now. There's Mr. Godwin over there, and that's I mentioned Josh. Ace is our engineer, of course. Ace is responsible for the Ace Cosby joke of the day, brought to you by our friends at OmahaSteaks.com, where if you don't get any dad you know deserves some Father's Day steaks. That's all I'm saying.
Allegiant Stadium.
What is it?
Allegiant?
Allegiant Stadium.
Allegiant.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Very
Oh,
nice.
Allegiant Airlines, sure. Okay.
No, it's the Pledge of Allegiant.
Hey, let's revisit sports history today.
We're doing
talking
it again?
Yeah, well, we have an addition.
Okay.
June 4th, on this date in 1974, it was 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Stadium between the Indians and the Rangers.
Yep.
This gentleman named John, I was there.
Wow.
It was my 12th birthday. I caught a foul ball from Jeff Burrows.
Well, that's quite a thrill.
Saw the naked guy. High five Oscar Gamble as he eluded the cops.
Cool.
He almost made
Oscar
it,
Gamble, nice hair.
nice,
Remember that?
Giant
fro.
Giant fro. He also made it over the fence, dropped his clothes over first, but they landed on another policeman. Then, of course, the jig was up. My best birthday ever, says John.
That's great,
there you
John.
No, it's better than the letter I got from the guy that was at Tiananmen Square on this date.
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't get his bike back.
Could we take a look at...
Didn't get his bike.
Chrissy, Josh, can I talk to you?
Yes, you may.
We're having fun here.
Yeah.
We're talking about 10-cent beer night.
Right.
Yeah.
1974.
No one
Stadium.
seriously injured.
No one hurt.
No.
We're laughing. Ha, ha,
He
ha.
gets a letter from
And if he's not jamming Merchant of Venice down our throats, he's talking about Tiananmen Square.
1989.
What's
wrong
funny
with you?
about that?
I didn't say it was funny. I said the guy never got his bike back.
Yeah, no, I would imagine.
What do you mean? We're supposed to be funny, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm trying anyway.
I forgot that was my fault. I keep forgetting it.
The NBA
10-cent beer night at Cleveland Stadium. I'm trying to find a friend of mine was there. I'm trying to wake him up.
And it only drew
25,000.
Isn't that funny?
25,000.
It would be double. I mean, it would have been sold out. Why'd they make beer the loss leader anyway?
I don't know. I don't know how they decided that this was a great idea to start with.
Well, I'm not saying the team was bad, but people used to go there to get hot dogs to go.
Yeah, June
And
1974.
the Municipal Stadium was very primitive.
10-cent beer night, and it was just a it was gigantic. It was not suited for baseball.
I think it's at what 80,000-ish.
Barely suited for the Browns, but yeah.
And it was a skeleton of a.
I met Joe Gibbs there.
Super primitive.
Oh, no kidding!
Really?
And I did what I have come to when somebody just comes up to you and just thrusts something at you to sign.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing to Joe Gibbs because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, you always think you're going to be so cool when you.
Yeah, I'm just going to go, hey, Coach, thanks a lot for all the memories. No, I just went, he took the hat and signed it. It was very sweet.
I saw a concert there.
Oh, who was that?
The World Series of Rock.
Was that Van Halen?
No, it was
Who won that?
Aerosmith, Ted Nugent, Queen.
Wow.
Then Lizzie.
Wow.
My gosh.
And you can still hear.
Yeah.
Well done.
I saw the Rolling Stones and Jay Giles band there. And, oh, God, who opened?
I would imagine Jay Giles.
No.
Somebody else.
Roller Coaster Weekend, that guy, the drummer for Joe Walsh. Joe Vitale.
Joe Vitale.
Great guy.
NBA
show.
NBA will present a 22-team plan for restarting the season. Now, those astute of you among you might think, hey, Chick, there are 30 teams in the NBA. Well, right off the bat, 8 aren't going to be allowed.
Well, that's because they stink.
The team's going...
This whining about every team can't be in the playoffs.
I think it would be fun.
No, this is just like...
This is every team.
No.
Every
No.
team has a shot. You
No.
go in.
They
bang.
already had their shot.
No, yeah, Tom's right.
They've had
their
their... This is like every kid gets a prize. No.
What 8 teams aren't going?
The ones that stink.
The team's going to the ESPN Wild World of Sports Complex. Now, of course, Mickey Mouse and Goofy are going to be the referee.
I have a question. They're in Orlando. This whole thing's going to take... The whole season's going to take place in Orlando?
Disney campus near Orlando, Florida would
So
play
when they
8.
win the game...
Shut up!
When they win the very final game, the guy's going off the court. I'm going to Disney World. You're already there.
He can't let you finish.
No, he can't let me say
No.
a sentence.
You can't even.
Not a
Now that
sentence.
you've won the championship, where are you going? Next door.
See, that's there. Thank you, Josh, for acknowledging my joke.
Yeah.
Some of us are interested in the story.
No, who cares? They're all mega millionaires. I'm not really that interested in them.
Don't read the 22 that are going.
Yeah, read the 8 that aren't.
Disney
it'll
campus
be only because it'll be quicker.
Yes.
Can you read them when we get back?
I think you'd better read them because I've torn the story up and I give up.
And people weren't going to listen to the show because Chip was tired. Think of what they're missing.
I give the F up.
We have exciting.
We got a lot of time to
dog news today. We've got a nude guy sunbathing that gets caught by the police.
Love naked men. Love it.
And we have.
That came out a little weird.
Love it.
Well, we have that in the news too. Hey, look.
Whatever you're
into is okay with me, all right?
Whatever's quiet nowadays is fine.
Okay. And apparently you're supposed to wear a mask while having sex. We'll find out about that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Donnie Baker, you know what you should do? Head on over to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Hit that little red subscribe button. Boom. Won't cost you anything. And now you're subscribed to the Bob and Tom YouTube channel. Check that off your list. You can watch Bob and Tom tonight, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 20 minutes of video highlights of today's Bob and Tom show tonight. It's like watching a 20-minute highlight of today's show. That's why we call it Bob and Tom Tonight. And it's on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Head on over there today. Hit subscribe, and you'll be watching Bob and Tom Tonight.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. A New York City police officer on an anti-looting patrol was ambushed Wednesday by a man who walked up behind him and stabbed him in the neck, setting off a struggle in which the assailant was shot. 2 other officers suffered gunshot injuries to their hands. The bloodshed happened just before midnight in the hours after an 8 p.m. curfew that was intended to quell days of unrest over the death of George Floyd. All 3 injured officers are expected to recover. The man who attacked them was shot multiple times and is hospitalized in critical condition. Asian stock markets are mostly higher after Wall Street rose on better U.S. jobs and manufacturing data than expected. Tokyo, Sydney, and Southeast Asian markets advanced, while Shanghai declined, Hong Kong unchanged. Wall Street rallied after a survey showed last month's job losses at private employers were milder than expected, and a manufacturing indicator improved. And an effort to escape going to prison has ended with a stay behind bars anyway. A West Virginia woman and her husband are now charged with faking her disappearance. Rodney Wheeler reported his wife Julie plunged from an overlook in Grandview on Sunday. A search of the area by police did not yield her, but a search of a closet in her home found her alive and well. The Wheelers now face charges of conspiracy and giving false information to police. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
We were sitting around the bar last Friday night just drinking and wondering what it'd be like if we picked the right numbers and hit the lottery. It was me, Bill, Sid, Harold, and Stan. Each of us had a different plan, and we all agreed how great getting rich would be.
Well, the first thing I'd do with all that cash is throw myself one hell of a bash. There'd be beer and hookers, pimps, and a circus clown. Then I'd get a new couch and reclining chair, maybe 4 mag wheels and central air. I tell ya, I'd have the classiest trailer in town. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Man, if I ever won that pile, I'd go to work with a great big smile. And the people that tick me off would better beware. I'd even go in late the very first day and find my boss, and here's what I'd say: Mr. Jenkins, kiss the ass of a millionaire. Then I'd find that secretary I think so cute, the one who threatened me with that harassment suit, when I told her I liked it when she wore her skirts real short. Then I'd grab her boobs, one in each hand, then kiss her, hand her $100 grand and say, here you go, darling, we just settled out of court. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery chick pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Well, you wouldn't believe all the stuff that I'd get. Like, imagine on the beach in a new Learjet, I'd buy a casino in Vegas and send my boy to Yale. But the casino would be a financial mess, and I'd get indicted by the IRS. Well, I'm not buying a ticket this week. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, if I won that money, I wouldn't be greedy. I'd use some of that cash to help the needy. I'd build a school for poor kids and get them all computers. The church needs money for their charities. Doctors need money to cure disease. But that last 10 grand's for my wife. She needs big new Hooters. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Then everybody turn my way.
Hi, 701 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That subdued chick. I like that. Kind of like a late night jazz chick as he coughs.
What the hell was that?
Great. I got a
Doc Holliday over here.
A quick forecast. Christy Lee, a quick forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Showers and thunderstorms off and on today, tonight, and tomorrow. High today 83, 68 now.
Thank you very much, Christy.
69.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. We are lively.
Lively?
Not necessarily good, but we're lively.
On this, the 4th of June, 2020, the semi-quarantine continues. We'll find out about some actual real live sports that may be taking place. I'm excited about that.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
You think Donnie Baker will call in this morning?
I think you probably will.
I had a dream about him last night.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
I had a dream about him and my all-time favorite porn star.
Were you doing a three-way?
Male or female?
Female.
Were you doing a three-way?
No, I was not involved.
Oh.
So
No devil's three-way?
I wonder if he'll give me a chance to just tell him about it real quick.
Okay. Sure he will.
Nothing can go wrong there. That's Josh at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick desk. Mr. McGee across the way at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Ms. Christy Lee is right there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. And, of course, the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day chair is brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com for Father's Day. Thank you very much. Mr. Pat Godwin, a man, the guitar, the keyboard is around the corner at a different building. But we get back to sports. This is Tom speaking. Yes, Chick, what do you got?
Major League Soccer players have approved a new collective bargaining agreement. Soccer players can get it together. Major League Baseball can't. The tentative agreement will allow for the league to return this summer with a tournament in Florida.
Everything's going on in Florida.
The Major League Soccer Players Association, or the MLSPA, announced the ratification of the CBA. Players approved economic concessions for this season. The league countered the proposal from the players and set a Wednesday deadline for ratification.
I believe...
will they shower in lockers there? In locker rooms?
What? What kind of question is that?
Because I have this quote from Chick McGee.
I am just so mystified by
can I play this quote from Chick
the
McGee?
questions you have.
I think I know what it is. I know it.
Here we go. This is a quote from Chick McGee because I'm wondering if the Major League Soccer players will shower together, and it's because Chick said this. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Love naked men. Love it.
Okay, there you go.
Love naked men. Love it.
We got naked men coming up in the news.
I know me.
Yeah.
How hollow and desperate I sound. Just blurting out things.
You love naked men, though.
I love naked men.
What do you want to do? Kiss
So
them?
do I.
Bless my right on the mouth.
Okay, yeah.
Remember the first time you saw pubes when you were a kid?
I'll love you no matter what.
What?
Yeah, I remember thinking there was something wrong with that.
I can't
first time you
remember-
saw pubes as a kid.
Let me tell you something. I can't remember a time when I didn't have pubes.
Really?
I've always been very
Come on.
pursued. I can't.
8 years old.
Maybe.
You're all pubed up down there.
Maybe.
Come on.
6, maybe.
6.
You realize now we're going to get letters that I don't want to read.
You started it.
I'm
In other sports.
Sorry I brought it up.
No victory lap for a racehorse named Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Oh.
A 2-year-old colt named Fauci finished second in his debut race yesterday at New York's Belmont. Spoiling his run, a horse named Prisoner. In March, the co-owner of the horse named it Fauci to honor the nation's disease expert. At the time, Dr. Fauci doing daily coronavirus updates at the White House. There you go. Isn't that interesting?
That's kind of nice.
I've seen horses named Mr. Obvious. I've seen that every now and then.
Has anybody ever named a horse Elmer and dissipating a pretty short career?
I would imagine that's bad luck, like saying Macbeth before a Broadway show.
Someone just reminded me of something. Thank you so much, Dennis. You're exactly correct. I'd forgotten about
Whatever, Dennis.
We were talking about this date in history, in the new feature, History of Sports.
Yes.
Sports history today in 1974.
A new feature. And
10-cent beer night at Cleveland's Municipal Stadium.
And this had kind of, as they now would say, a global effect. 10-cent beer night pretty much prevented any other major league sport ever from doing this again.
It's probably a good idea.
Because it was pretty much a disaster.
Right.
Well, it's too cheap.
Yeah.
yeah, it's far too cheap.
It's too cheap.
Yes, and I did get a note from our friend Marty who said that he goes, I couldn't go that night, but a number of my friends went. I met him at a bar later, got a full report. They were all frazzled, but really enthusiastic about being there.
Oh, sure.
In an odd way. Thank you very much. And then Ace mentioned he went to a concert at the ancient Cleveland Stadium, which has been torn down. Now, it was kind of sort of where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is now, the building. It was right there on the lake.
Yeah, but
in any event, they've replaced it with
it's in Cleveland.
Nice stadiums.
It's in Cleveland. It was in Cleveland. That'd be enough for me.
Never been to Cleveland.
But it was a very old stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And but you mentioned you saw the Monsters of Rock there.
The World Series of Rock.
World Series of Rock. Okay, that's a different one. I saw the Stones there. And I mentioned that it was Joe Vitale and the Jay Giles Band, but I'd forgotten. Tower of Power.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, great. Remember the great song, What is Hip?
That was a great show.
Yeah.
You didn't want to go home, I'm guessing.
The Tower of Power horn section.
What year was that?
The
Do you
Woofer
remember?
Toofer Mama Goofer. Peter Wolf and the Jay Giles Band. Remember this song?
Say
I was probably
nothing
listening to ABBA.
They're still a great band.
Make it so very hard to go.
Can't win if it wasn't done last week.
I love you so.
I know. I wasn't aware of their music.
Tower of Power, very hard to go is a good song too. So
you'd recognize that one. You probably played that when you were a baby DJ.
I probably did. Yes.
Okay.
Finally, in sports, what a perfect end to a perfect sports game.
I have a question. No, I have a question. The NBA thing, is that a done deal then?
I'm not talking to you. They don't know. Nothing's a done deal, dude. It's all in flux. It's all fluid. It's all, man, we're on the spectrum, all of us.
What? Spectrum?
I don't know.
It didn't sound like it was a done deal. No,
but at least they're closer than the baseball.
Yes. Everybody's closer than
exactly.
baseball.
Exactly.
Baseball, make no mistake, the players and the owners do not like each other.
Does somebody understand that some is better than none? Is that made clear to anybody?
It's never been a union credo.
Yeah, you remember
some is better than none.
Major League Baseball introduced us to the term collusion. You remember that when all the owners said, no, there's nothing going on here.
Do you start to get the feeling that everybody's just kind of going, we'll go to 2021. Let's just forget this year.
That's the problem. I don't get the feeling people are doing that, and I think they should be.
Get it?
Yeah. Why? These seasons start in 3-4 months anyway.
They should have a lottery and have a Super Bowl and pick the two teams out of a hat.
If they can play the games,
and
let them play
have
the
all
games.
the proceeds go to charity and then start again
too late.
in July 2021 with mini camps.
It's too late.
Is it too late?
I don't know.
Okay. It's not too late for
Football will be starting soon.
Shut up.
Everybody's had to make financial sacrifices. These people can too.
No, but if they can play the games, they should play them. I'm sorry. This is world's record. Oh, this is a great world record.
No.
This is a great world record.
Okay. No. All right.
I have not seen this world
Tom
record.
says it's a great world record.
Get ready. You have to Google something here, Christy.
I'm only interested if it's a woman.
A Pennsylvania teenager, it's not.
Yeah.
A Pennsylvania teenager set the Guinness World Record for having the world's largest mouth gape. And yes, it's exactly what you think it is. Philip Angus of Boyerton has a mouth gape that measures 3.7.
I'm glad he doesn't have to fly to Ireland.
Can you let me finish one sentence?
Angus on Aer Lingus. That would be Angus
Well,
Lingus.
the name Phil Angus, you remove a G. Enjoy high school, pal.
You're not helping. Okay. He has a mouth gape 3.75 inches.
Christy, that means if you hold your mouth open and measure vertically.
Yeah.
From the top of your mouth
my
to
God,
the bottom.
this kid is...
This kid is a freak.
Holy camole.
You could put a softball in there.
Oh, that's a different kid. That's even a different one.
No, this is the new world record.
What about this would be beneficial? I can't think of anything that would
Gay
be.
porn.
Philip Angus.
This guy's got this guy.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Tommy.
And now for the first time
I
ever.
honestly feel like someone punched me right in the stomach.
Hefty Johnson stars win. Yes, I can.
Oh man, this guy looks like he can his jaw is dislocated.
Yeah,
he's holding a whole apple in his mouth.
Oh man.
A dentist had to measure the mouth in order to officially obtain the title. God.
It's just disgusting. We'll
During
put this
his
in the
appointment-
various Bob and Tom social media
Shut
platforms.
up for a second?
No, he
Just
can't.
1 second. During the appointment, his dentist exclaimed that she had never seen anything quite like the gape.
The gape.
Now, I'm done. Now fill the air with your words.
She's just saying, look out, gay porn.
Boy.
It is disturbing, really.
See, now you are really an enigma wrapped in a riddle. I tell you to talk and you shut up.
No,
I tell you to shut up and you keep talking.
I think I made my point. I'm sure this guy's getting letters from some gay pornographer going, hey, want to make some extra cash?
Maybe, yeah.
No, so
maybe.
Josh, you were interested and you'd like to see what the record is for the ladies?
Yeah.
The distaff side of things?
But I don't think what how would that benefit anyone? Well, I can really open my mouth big. Oh, super.
Well, a lot of these records don't really benefit anyone.
I like a woman with a big mouth.
Well, no, I could see a couple things that would,
we have a letter here that kind of ties into this.
Do you?
I can hardly wait.
Chick, I hope you're sitting down.
Please I give up.
This comes to us from a truck driver, 25-year fan of this show. Just want Chick to know that next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. on the television show America's Got Talent, David Rush, world record holder, will be one of the guests.
Is that true?
Is he going to attempt a world record?
This can't continue. We must boycott.
I'm a big David Rush fan. He's got many, many world records.
Is he going to attempt a new one, or is he going to show off one of his old ones?
I've got a balloon on my head, and I catch a ping pong ball.
This, thank you, Christian, truck
what
driver.
What record's he going to try?
I don't know. He just.
They're going to ask him his children's middle names. And if he can answer correctly, he gets $5 million.
Wow.
Okay.
Or when his wife's birthday is.
Apparently, it's next Tuesday. Sorry, I'm not sure, but it's going to be on America's Got Talent. So there you go, Mr. David Rush, world record holder.
Are you going to watch, Tommy?
We're big fans. I'll record
He'll
it.
forget.
All right. Yeah.
He'll totally space
I'll
it.
record it. But we've spoken to Mr. Rush. He's about to break the record for having the most records. No, he doesn't have the record for the world's biggest mouth gape.
What a shame.
No.
Yeah, you can't.
We're
try
gonna
to
get a
one.
ruler. We're gonna measure the mouth gapes of everyone in here.
No, we're not.
How about that?
Why doesn't he have some sort of altering surgery so he can have a world's largest mouth gape? How about that?
Because he's not desperate. He's a skilled artist.
He sounds a little desperate to me.
Yeah.
Do you think once he gets the most records, he'll go away?
No.
Is there anything else that we could set a world record for a gape?
I'm sure, yeah.
Any other orifice we could
think of?
Google stovepipe.
No, you know what? Don't Google stovepipe.
We'll be. I tell you what I want to tell you about right now. Well, Donnie Baker's waiting in the wings. Right now, I want to remind you that thousands of locally owned NAPA stores all across the country have got some great stuff for you. So the places you call home, they call home too. NAPA Auto Parts stores. And now that America's opening back up for business, NAPA will be there doing what they've always done to keep their local communities moving forward. Remember, you got your NAPA Auto Parts stores, NAPA Auto Care Centers, and NAPAonline.com. If you're still pretty isolated, you can always have stuff delivered. You can always count on NAPA because they've got NAPA know-how. Good friends of the show. NAPA Auto Parts stores, NAPA Auto Care Centers, and NAPAonline.com. You can always count on them. Keep that truck and that car in motion. When we come back, a little bit of Donnie Baker, an underwater tornado.
Whoa.
Just
A little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants. Coming up.
I just got a notice that, Dick Hitzwater's going to call. Oh, cool. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, just a reminder for those of you that are looking to help out those that are less fortunate here in America. Right now, every dollar spent at bobandtomstore.com for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. Now, our organization raised over $500,000 for Feeding America a few weeks ago, but we continue it with every dollar spent at bobandtomstore.com goes directly to Feeding America. Again, a lot of folks out of work currently, maybe never faced that before. The food kitchens, they need to be restocked, and that's what Feeding America does. You don't have to buy something from the store if you want to just contribute directly to Feeding America. There are ways to do it, but you can also just go buy a hat. And again, every dollar spent at bobandtomstore.com goes directly to Feeding America.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Amy Grant had open heart surgery to fix a heart condition she's had since birth. Doctors discovered Grant had the heart condition during a routine checkup. Velvet Kelm, her publicist, said Grant's doctors report the surgery yesterday could not have gone better. Amy Grant's been married to country singer, friend of the show, Vince Gill, for 20 years, 6-time Grammy winner, and has sold more than 30 million albums. The nation's largest theater chain may not survive the coronavirus pandemic. AMC reports even if the theaters reopen at the end of the month, they may still have to go out of business. The problem goes beyond being closed the past 3 months, but the real concern if moviegoers will return to theaters when restrictions ease, and will there be any movies to go see? Hollywood has canceled or delayed all the summer hits, which means pickings will be slim once the theaters get to reopen. And Bruce J. Friedman has died. He was an Oscar-nominated screenplay writer, popular playwright and author. Among the movies he wrote scripts for were Splash and Stir Crazy. Friedman was 90. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning to you.
Thank you. This is Tom speaking.
Amazing.
It's
pleasant in here. Tom is late. It's very pleasant.
The things I like to do to myself.
We can converse.
Yes.
Christy, do you have our weather forecast?
Pat's missing too.
For today?
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. On and off thunderstorms today. Look for a high of 83. Pretty much the same tonight, low 68. For Friday, the same, high 87, then sunshine and 83 Saturday, sunshine and 80 on Sunday.
All right.
68 right now.
Tom is the only person in the world that he makes a mistake and comes in. What the hell's going on?
Points at the clock.
You were late, dude. That's what was going on.
So the last one's 5:54. This one's 3. Can anybody add?
Well,
you have a math issue with some people in the back of the building?
That's exactly what's happening.
Okay, sorry. There was an incident with the coffee machine.
Uh-oh.
Well, I put the cup down and I wasn't paying attention, and when the first droplets hit the thing, it moved the cup out, so the coffee poured all over the.
Oh.
So instead of going into the cup, it went into the all over.
You know, you are truly a menace. Why don't you have an attendant with you all the time? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to get your coffee, to drive your car.
That's not a good sound when you realize.
It's like you have late-stage dementia, but you don't.
Yes, it's like you're out on your feet, but you're not.
I had to clean it up.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever been.
Again, we could average out these breaks. It would be a lot easier for us.
Well, they've never been.
Sorry. I'm sure someone with
I would be receiving
fifth grade education in math.
Ass chewing had I been out in the front.
I know.
Oh my Lord! Well, apparently no one cares about our show. Good Lord in heaven.
Hey, look, we're back. Let's see. Welcome to 4 June 2020. We're semi-lively. You okay over there? Chick's exhausted today, which is always.
I've been exhausted for like a week. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, me too.
And you have a cough.
And I have a cough, and I have a runny nose.
You may have.
Well, I have an idea as to my.
Let me think here.
And I have a fever, 106.
And you're fatigued.
I don't know what's going
Wait a minute.
Do you have muscle aches? Is that the next thing?
That's the only thing I don't have is a fever. I'm like 97 point whatever.
You can still have it without a fever, dude.
There you go.
Could we do a non-COVID? Tired of
I don't think that's possible.
All right. Let's see. Now, where was I? Okay, this is Tom speaking. That's Ace, of course, the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day. Brought to you by our buddies at omahasteaks.com. Don't forget, your dad wants steaks for Father's Day. He may not tell you that. Oh, that sure is a nice tie, Wilbur. I'll get that and just hang myself. Let's see. Now, there's Josh in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
Hello
the crazycockwine.com sports desk is manned by Chick McGee.
Darn right it is.
Mr. Godwin is around the corner. I was making him the coffee when the incident occurred.
That's right.
Why can't you make your own coffee, Pat?
He's not allowed to move.
You know what? No, Pat is like George Costanza on Seinfeld. He's into the system right now, and he's polluting the entire. We're infected with Godwin. We don't have COVID. We have Godwin.
I did a spit take.
You're not allowed to move out of that room?
He's in the quarantine room, and so I went to make him coffee, and I put the coffee thing under the gizmo, and then I set it up, and I hit the button, wasn't paying attention, and then I realized that the coffee cup had moved out, and so the coffee was just pouring automatically all over the shelf. So
How about this? I tried to make coffee, and I spilled it. No, the coffee cup suddenly moved, and it was around the corner.
No, it's like a Keurig machine. You put the cup underneath it, and then
right. You didn't have it underneath enough.
No, it was underneath. It was perfectly placed.
Oh, of course it was.
God.
Yeah,
no.
You know,
that explains the
that
explains the spilling of the cup, you lunatic.
No, the first dash of coffee obviously pushed it out.
I do not believe that.
No. Well, then it wasn't.
That didn't happen.
Perfectly placed.
Unless the coffee cup were made of feathers. That's not what happened.
As you recall, I went out and I ordered some coffee cups online, and I didn't realize I have 1,000 of these.
No one likes you.
I literally still have more than 900 in my office.
Let Pat
in a
make
box the size of a refrigerator.
Let Pat make his own coffee.
Thousands of Keurig machines recalled this week.
Tom says
coffee is pushing the mugs off.
Exactly.
Tom says that we're having a coffee making lesson in the afternoon. I'm not lying. We're having a meeting over the machine.
Yes, because you need to make your own coffee.
That's what Tom said.
This is a very exotic. It's not even Keurig. It's like an industrial grade Very nice machine. Has these little envelopes. I'm just telling you, I had the coffee cup in the right place, and I wandered off
You know,
just
we
to
have
think.
the good coffee back in this room now.
Yeah, but you guys touched that machine. I'm not going to get anywhere near that.
Have you not read about the contact lately?
You're back there Frenching
Have
Godwin.
you read it?
Whatever. I'm back here. The whole station's back there.
Very slim about contact. So you need to just chill.
Well, I've always felt that you're all somehow
Filthy
Oh, we
and
know
beneath
that.
you. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
We're well aware of it.
We are.
spirochetes and the
Kind of,
plague.
yeah.
Anyway, coming up, we have a big Tiger King update. I don't know if you heard about that. Did you see that?
Yes.
Pussy king.
No.
That's a different one.
Tiger King.
Pussy king.
We got to wait, though. Here it comes. Here it is. Here it is.
Everybody knows I'm the pussy.
so there's a counter melody in there. Okay, thank you
that's
very
gorgeous,
much.
man. That's
Thank
gorgeous.
you very much. Now, I think we got everything in place.
Nothing can go wrong
Nothing.
now.
Pat got his coffee.
Yeah, delicious.
Not a lot. Not a lot in that cup, is there?
No, it's a half cup.
That's because half of it.
Did
Hey,
you
Pat?
clean it up after you spilled coffee everywhere?
Yes, I cleaned. That's
Did
why
you
I was
clean
late.
it up?
I'll pour you a cup of coffee from here and bring it to you at the break.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sister Barista.
He can't pour his coffee, and he blames the cup.
I know it's
What's
it's
happening?
It's a machine. I put the cup in the place, then I left.
I'm sorry, you're blaming the machine.
I took a little walk just to get some fresh air.
Fresh air in the hallway.
Yeah, I want to get a little exercise, get the muscles moving.
All right.
You know, Josh, you're familiar with motion.
Yeah.
Object in motion stays in motion.
You get from here to your car.
I think the phone's going to ring.
Oh, please, I hope so.
Sitting here now.
Are you kidding me? That's the track phone hotline.
Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Hi, Bob and Tom. It's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
I'm good. I predict a new viral video this week, thanks to you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 2 Toms, 1 cup. Coming soon.
Actually,
Man,
Donnie's
I tell you guys, I've been busy dog sitting my next-door neighbor's Chihuahua puppy last 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure.
Man, this little dog, Peppy, he's won me over. I love this little guy. And I got roped into watching this little speed bump by Crystal, my hot next-door neighbor.
Right.
She drinks like coffee, too. Well, she went to Texas to see her parents, and her dad is hypoallergenic. Like, his throat closes up. He can't breathe good around these dogs.
Oh, that's a shame.
So she made me watch a little dog. And spoiler alert, I took Peppy to the park yesterday, and let me tell you, had I known what a gash pass this little dog would be, I'd have raised one years ago. No, I swear to God.
What?
Wow.
Christy, I wasn't in the park more than 5 minutes. I had women who normally like fake a phone call when I'm around, you know.
Yes.
Or, you know, they was coming up to me getting all up in my bubble. What's his name? How old is he? Does he do any tricks? I'm like, you talking about my dog or my hog? Swear to God. And now I get why dudes like these dogs so much, because it makes you so much more approachable and less horny looking, you know. Well, as one of the chicks told me, having Peppy makes me close to being palatable.
Oh.
So I gotta go to the library and look that up, you know. Hard to stay humble when chicks are always hurling compliments at you. And dogs have it lucky. We're at the dog park like half hour. Peppy had already sniffed like 7 different asses.
Wow.
You know, farthest I got was 2 phone numbers and a card that said, I carry mace and know how to use it. Stuck up. I'll say it like this. I'm never going to clubs or laundromats or fish fries to pick up chicks ever again. And from now on, Peppy's my official wing pup. This is easier than stabbing fish in a barrel. I mean, both chicks who gave me their numbers were smoking, too. I think well, it's hard to tell if they were smoking hot, but they both had masks on.
Oh, right.
They had sexy eyes and they had good hair, and God knows that's half the battle.
Yeah.
But this COVID thing's probably more than doubled the butterface population, you know? So that must be why they always tell you get 3 estimates. Oh, the weird thing was...
What's a
the
butterface?
2 chicks both had the same phone number.
Oh,
really?
That's weird.
And they must work at the same bar. Because I called it, and I guess the place was like a speakeasy or something. The password, something about, I'm a friend of Bill's. I swear to God. I set him off a Ouija board. Anyways, little Peppy the Poon Pup, he's my best friend.
Okay.
Christy, I got to go give him a bone to bury since he's helping me bury my bone later.
Yeah, I bet.
Swear to
Hey,
God.
do you want to tell him about your dream?
Oh,
yeah, I got a report Josh been dreaming about.
Yeah, I did. I had a big show at a college, and I got off stage, and this guy came up to me with his cell phone. He goes, "Have you seen this video?" And it was you and a porn star, and you guys were going at it.
Who? What's the name of the porn star? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's my favorite porn star, Gianna Michaels.
Oh.
I was afraid it was that guy Wood that's in every meme.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
Not
close
that
call,
dude, yeah.
The guy in the bed?
Yeah.
You just saved yourself an ass beating.
Thank you, Donnie.
Whew.
Wow.
Gash pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly
something
sure
I'll
what that
never
means.
forget.
Okay, thank you, Donnie.
Email for Tom's adventures during the commercials.
Yes.
This is from Brandon. Hey, you guys. The coffee maker does everything for all of us. All you have to do is sit the cup down. And you couldn't navigate.
And there's a slot, and I had the cup in the slot.
slot.
Josh hit it on the head. These are very lightweight cups.
Oh, my God. If I had your mental, I would be Bill Gates' kid. Jeez. Oh.
Obviously, the first, when the
To be able to
coffee
think-
started entering the cup, it must have shoved it outward, and thus the rest of the coffee was going directly onto the countertop.
It's really hard to believe.
I'll take you back there to the other building. and show you.
we're
I'm
not allowed.
I'm not going anywhere. It's enough I just sit here.
Because the whole
for 4
machine is
hours.
currently propped up. It's stuffed with paper towels.
So the next break, you're going to be late. You're
The
warning
next break,
us.
I'm going to have to go finish cleaning up.
But there's nobody else in that building, right?
That's
Or that
correct.
part of the
Right.
building?
Thank
You're
God.
going to get us evicted. Did you know this?
They tried that once.
Well, they're going to take a picture of that and get it done this time.
Yeah, they're keeping.
Can't evict this show.
Oh, they could.
can. They can.
Okay, sorry, but we're back. Happy to be here once again. A couple things I wanted to mention.
You know, if we did get evicted, it wouldn't be his fault. He would never.
Oh, God, no.
He would never acknowledge that. Well, Josh was
Well,
talking
he hadn't
about
been eating everybody's lunches.
Gianna Michaels.
Clearly, Godwin's disease.
Well, we got kicked out. All I did was be myself.
You set one small fire.
Nothing was on fire.
Evidently, that paper was far too flammable when I set the fire.
You chopped down one tree.
Okay, let's move on here. I'll remind you that we do have the Bob and Tom store, which I don't mention very often. I'm mentioning it because we're giving all the money away to Feeding America, because there's still people out there that have lots of struggles regarding food. So it's our drop in the bucket. But if you buy any stuff from there, you're doing a good thing. And they've got various hats and shirts and stuff, so I might want to give that a quick look-see. Let's see. I also want to remind you that coming up we have some interesting news, including a nude sunbather. We have a guy that faked his wife's disappearance, but this
is the best.
But it's not as usually stories like this involve someone turning up dead.
Yeah.
So this is not that one.
No.
We've got a peacock on the loose and some fascinating word usage with respect to the term peacock and other delights all coming up. And a really interesting story about should you wear a mask during the most intimate moments of physical activity with your love partner. Can you get that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Izzy and Harriet. And this is some other news.
Izzy.
Well, is he?
Hey, did you see this? Signals that had baffled astronomers at a major observatory in Australia for 17 years have been traced to the observatory's microwave oven.
Oh.
In related news, astronomers at the same observatory finally found the source of the burnt popcorn smell wafting through the halls for the last 17 years.
Uh-huh.
Hey, turns out it's the same microwave oven. Nice work, eggheads.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I don't like to brag, but most men keep their pants zipped in public out of choice. I do it because of a court order. In other news, who says the royals can't go to Hollywood, huh? Princess Meghan Markle and her prince hubby were seen attending a top-secret A-list celebratory dinner in L.A., and that's where she reportedly performed a surprise upper-decker in the tank of Lady Gaga's parlor bathroom.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. That's...
I have it on good authority that Her Royal Highness pinched off a monster deuce and let it mellow in the toilet tank.
Right, that's
Awaiting the next unlucky bathroom user. Now, witnesses say that fellow dinner guest, William Shatner, put the princess up to the stunt, and evidently actor Peter Dinklage was the first one in the loo after the princess.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Upon flushing, he slipped and fell into the bowl. Now, he was not amused and was escorted off the grounds by security after being hosed down with a water pick.
He's a small
Right,
man.
so you just need the water pick.
He's a tiny
Water
guy.
pick.
Well, we won't be talking to him anytime soon.
Or anyone of
Check off Peter Dinklage. On a side note, I'm no Guy Fieri, but if you ask me, horseradish is just mayonnaise with an erection.
I like that.
That's very good.
Yeah.
And now here's a list of facts that I've been researching of late.
Okay.
Gummy bears are made from the boogers of elephants.
Come on.
Most house burglars aren't after money or jewels. Did you say just come on, Josh? Most house burglars aren't after money or jewels. They just like to try on the underwear of strangers.
Most.
The best cleaning solution to remove semen stains? The tears of a nymphomaniac.
Okay.
Here's some more things I've researched and learned. Flatulence is caused by dead relatives inhabiting our bodies and attempting to communicate.
Oh, I had no idea.
Communicate.
Yeah. No, it's,
Ocean lovers take note. Kelp is just whale pubic hair.
is that right?
Floats right to
You
the
know,
top.
the manta ray got that way after swallowing a big frisbee.
They were quite thin, yeah.
Land-based marsupials are just luggage that jumps and poops.
Got the big pockets.
Maybe it's time for...
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack.
Okay, there we go. Little intermission there. Attention, ladies. Your menstrual cycles are controlled not by the moon, but by 5G network radio waves.
Oh, I explained
Which leads us to this story. A company has released a so-called menstruation blanket. The blanket is designed to be laid on the bed for couples who wish to be intimate during a woman's time of the month. The blanket retails for a whopping $369.
What?
At a price of $369, I'll pass on buying the blanket and continue to use the towels I stole from my last stay at the Embassy Suites. Yeah, this has been Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Izzy and Harriet, and this has been Some Other News. Good day and good night.
Thank you, Dick. Dick Hitzwater.
Yeah.
I've never seen Mr. In Harriet.
No. I think he does early Saturday mornings.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay. We have Christy. Give me the teaser, Christy.
Well, we have a big Tiger King news involving Carol Baskin, and it's not her taking over the zoo this time.
Is she dead?
No, but there's more suspicion about her husband's death.
It's pretty interesting. We'll get to that when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Can't wait. Later this morning, one of my favorites, comedian Jimmy Pardo, is going to be joining us. And by the way, Jimmy's going to be doing a virtual edition of his podcast, Playing Games. It'll be airing live from Flappers Comedy Club. What a great name. In Burbank, California, this Saturday, June 6th at 7:30 Pacific time. You can follow him at Jimmy Pardo, JIMMYPARDO, Jimmy Pardo, or go to jimmypardo.com for more information. That's later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The start of the Major League Baseball season is in serious jeopardy after management rejected the players' offer for a 114-game regular season in the pandemic-delayed season with no additional salary cuts. That's according to a person familiar with the negotiations who also tells reporters that MLB did not plan to make a counter-proposal. MLB told the union it had no interest in extending the season into November when it fears a second wave of the virus could disrupt the postseason and jeopardize $787 million in broadcast revenue. A person familiar with the situation tells the AP that the NBA has told the Players Association that it will present a 22-team plan for restarting the season to the league's Board of Governors sometime this afternoon. And Major League Soccer players have approved a new collective bargaining agreement that will allow for the league to return this summer with a tournament in Florida. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Never wanted to do this, but here we go. Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Ah.
Werewolves of London. Tom's applauding.
Here's the deal.
Oh, great. You know, Werewolves of London.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Speed is a drag, it's a big, big drag. Set your mind on fire, make your organ sag. Coke is a joke, rather take a toke than be broken and a choking with your brain cells smoking. Tripping on acid makes you flaccid. DMT too rich for me. Heroin aquarium, a nice pine box to bury in. Marijuana makes me wanna eat candy and eat Madonna with her hair bleached by peroxide, huffing on some nitrous oxide. Well, I tried them all, and it might sound queer, but my favorite drug is a nice cold beer. Beer, 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 beer. We love beer. I get thrills from pills, but mainly chills from Robitussin and a bottle of NyQuil. XTC's okay with me. On airplane glue, you sneeze, I chew. Mohawk girl with a needle in her neck. Nervous wreck, gonna call collect. Nicotine is so obscene. Caffeine only makes me mean. Huff and spray paint ain't so quaint. It gives you headaches and makes you faint. Hash is a gas like a blast from the past, but trying to hunt it down is a pain in the ass. Well, I tried them all, and it might sound queer, but my favorite drug is a nice cold beer. Beer, 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 beer. We love beer.
$7:42 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That's the I have given up hope. Here lies Ozymandias, King of Kings.
This is certainly a chore.
You'll be glad to know I got the coffee thing all clean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Excited about
Long
that.
national nightmare's finally over. He fixed the coffee maker.
You'll be glad that I got the paper towels in front of the puddle before it hit the floor.
Okay.
So, but it took half a roll. Look at Christy. Doesn't Christy look great today?
Oh, thank you.
I think she does.
Get
yeah.
my hair cut tonight, so finally I'll be able to see again.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Now, I want to remind you that we're doing something called Heat Relief a week from Friday here at Q95. And this is an important event because we're getting water for the summer for the Midwest Food Bank. So it's a very cool thing. I hope you can help us out. We will be at the Walmart on the South Side County line in Emerson. I'll give you all the details coming up, but it's brought to you by Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and Indiana Members Credit Union, 2 Men in a Truck, and Angel Animal Hospital. But it's a simple thing, just trying to get some water and collect it for the summer when it's going to be super hot here, and there are people that need that. So a lot of needs for a lot of things right now. This is just a drop in the bucket, but literally a drop of water. So hope you can help us out here at Q95 coming up a week from Friday. In the meantime, the weather great for this weekend, but...
Yeah, but getting there, we're going to have periods of showers and thunderstorms. High today, 83. Low tonight, 68. High tomorrow, 87. We have 66 degrees and showers right now.
If you want to time that rain...
Yeah?
Just put the tablecloth on your outside table. Get your kids to take the silverware out there and shazam.
Yeah.
The drops start to fall. And okay, now we're going to get back to the action. I think he's okay. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's do a roster check. Today, June 4, 2020, the semi-quarantine continues. Glad to be here. Quite lively here.
Yes.
For the most part. Chick McGee across the way. You can see him right there at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Very exciting sports day, including a Today in History in Sports.
Yes.
Big day in sports history. The Melee.
1974, 10-cent beer night. Municipal Stadium, Cleveland Indians, Texas Rangers.
A lot of things went wrong that night.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Indians had to forfeit the game eventually.
Yep.
Ace Cosby is our man over there. He's at the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day desk. Brought to you by Omaha Steaks, the perfect Father's Day gift. Christy Lee, of course, at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Mr. Pat Godwin around the corner.
Hey.
He's got his instruments there, his guitars and his keyboards ready to go. Thank you very much, Pat. And once again, Josh Arnold in the OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair. This is Tom speaking. I cleaned up the coffee mess that I made. Sorry. Now, on the sporting scene, Chick, you had a news story about a kid in Pennsylvania broke the world record for the largest mouth gape.
Yes, almost 5 inches.
Wow.
And what that means is when this kid opens his mouth, from the top of his mouth to the bottom.
The gape.
Yes.
5 inches.
5 inches. I have a measuring stick here.
Oh, God, I'm glad I'm not in there.
Measuring tape.
Measuring tape.
Tape measure, yeah.
Tape measure.
No, measuring stick. You're right.
Measuring stick, yeah. Flexible.
I am not touching that tape measure if you put your mouth on it. Forget it.
I am going to sterilize it right now. I have some,
Doesn't matter. You make it
some pads.
Yeah, and then
right after you put
and then
your mouth
touch
on
it on your mouth, and then.
Well, I'm not an idiot. This is, I have a way to do this.
You remember you just fought with the coffee machine, right?
See, you don't have to. I fought the machine.
Why don't we?
Now
why
watch
don't we
it.
take a piece of paper?
No. I've got.
Shut up!
I have thought this through. Look.
No, you haven't.
What are these?
What's that?
These are the coffee sticks that I have 1,000 of.
Do you buy anything in less than 1,000?
You got to be really careful. When you buy stuff on the internet, you've really got to look at those numbers.
Yeah.
Coffee sticks, styrofoam cars.
Yeah.
This is
televisions.
This is a little coffee stick, and I have a bunch of these. They're obviously sterile.
Just stay away from me.
And you take your mouth and you open it up, and
now what?
Are you getting it?
Do you measure from the lip or from the teeth?
I don't know.
Did the story say?
No, it's
I'm going to have to say the bottom of the tooth, right? That's the mouth.
Bottom of the
That's
tooth to the
that's
top
the
of the
opening.
tooth?
Yeah.
I think you go lip to lip.
You got it? Well, no,
Okay.
don't go lip
We
to
can go
lip.
lip to lip.
Why are you lifting your lip
Never
up?
mind.
I'm not lifting my lip. I'm not
Yes,
lifting.
you were.
Let me ask you something. The bigger point is, why are you asking us? You're going to do it the way you want to do it anyway.
Good point.
Exactly.
Well, then go ahead and shut up about it.
That's it right there. Okay, so my mouth gape is, 2 7/8 inches.
Wow.
And this kid is almost 5.
All right.
really something.
That's a big mouth.
Now, Christy,
Woo-hoo. No.
I have
Where do we get the coffee stirrers?
I got them right here.
How do we know they're
Yeah, but
sterile?
you're putting your filthy hands on them.
All right.
Here, I've got a pencil. Why don't I? Can I just use that? Oh, okay. You're going to throw
that
those.
pencil. Where's that pencil bin?
My anus.
That's where he keeps it.
Yeah.
So it's a number 2 pencil.
just handed it to him.
All right, now you'll notice I
You
have just
in the butt, pal.
I have just sanitized my hands.
Yes.
Okay. I'm opening up my 5 1/4-inch wood coffee stirrers,
Right?
Made of the finest sequoia wood.
which I'm now
Also
down,
wood from China.
down to 980. Okay, Josh, you want to pass these?
All right,
around?
I'll go
Yeah,
get
sure,
one.
yeah.
Here you go. Okay. I'll meet you halfway. Can you narrate this, please?
Tom is standing up and handing Josh.
Have you sterilized your hands?
Yes.
Okay.
For the purposes of this conversation, yes.
Okay, now you want
touch him. Just rub your face all over.
I just sterilized. You need the tape measure.
All right.
Well, now you've touched the tape measure too. How are we going to do that?
Okay, then bring the sticks over to me and we'll see. Okay.
All right.
Christy, just now once again, open your mouth as wide as you can. Oh God, you're not gonna clear 2 inches.
Now fish hook yourself and say, "Give it all to me."
Once again, the world record is held by a Pennsylvania teenager.
We're going from tooth to tooth or lip to lip?
Lip to lip. Okay, and Chick, you have a.
Oh, you press your mouth up.
No, don't push the stick up. That's adding. Okay, you marked. Well, bring it over here, please. Once again, the world record. This kid, his name is Phil Angus.
Fill my mouth.
That's his name, Philip Angus of Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
Now this is covered with stuff.
Okay, Christy. Oh dear, Christy, you're exactly 2 inches.
Really?
That is tight. That is a tight fit. Once again, this kid, I think gay porn is where he should end up. Okay, Josh is marked.
We're all going to come down with the virus, or we're going to remember the mouth gape hunk we did.
Josh is 2 3/8 inches.
All right.
Okay, so relatively small, also.
Huh?
I did not know that. Chick, can I heave you the measuring tape?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is not going to.
Oh,
no.
This thing is really heavy, so don't blow it.
I got it, baby.
Here we go. Do it left southpaw.
Okay,
ready?
Come on now.
Ah!
Oh!
He did.
Wow.
It was right to him.
It was. He dodged it. Yep.
I dodged it. It was horrible.
It's right to him. Okay, now so measure your mouth gape. Ace, you in?
I'm not core 4. What is core 4?
I don't know what that means.
I'm 2 1/4.
Wow.
Oh,
So wait,
I am by far the biggest.
who's surprised by that?
I'm I get the biggest mouth.
yes.
I think what Ace meant when he said core 4 is he meant the 4 of us in the show.
Oh,
No, that's right.
Ace.
You're not core 4.
Core 4. Core 4 sounds like some kind of steel. I'll tell you what, the reason this building's still standing, we made it out of core 4.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Earthquake proof.
they're using that in the new Porsches.
I bet Ace's mouth is bigger than yours.
Probably.
Well, Ace,
I bet there's a lot of stuff Ace has that's bigger than yours. That's what I bet. I don't care what you're saying.
Well, isn't that just going right for the stereotype?
We can talk
Although
about
I've seen
Lady
Ace.
Gaga's movements if you'd like.
I've seen Ace at the meetings. It wasn't Lady Gaga. Apparently, it was Princess What's-Her-Face.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, it was Lady
Okay,
Gaga's
Ace, you ready for
toilet.
this?
Oh,
I've just
Gaga's
sterilized
toilet.
my
I'm
hand.
sorry.
He's not going to be able to get that.
No, you can't
Ace,
throw
get
that.
up and walk around.
You can reach it from here.
You can?
You can get off mic. You're not core 4.
Throw it to you. Here.
What's going on now?
He caught it. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Hell is going
He's going to
on.
measure his mouth.
Measure your mouth. There's
Give
the
him
tape
the-
measure.
give him the
right
measuring
there.
stick.
I
Okay, here
got
we
him.
go. Open
Tape
it.
measure.
Open.
Wow, Ace.
Maybe not.
Oh, no, I guess we had to go sideways to get a very large measurement here.
Okay, bring the measuring
right.
tape out.
I was 2 7/8, currently leading. What do you got over there, Ace? Once again, we're trying to get the mouth gape in honor of this kid from Pennsylvania.
Up 2 1/2.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Okay.
So next time I do the intros, I'll do them in order of mouth size.
I can hardly wait.
So what were you again, Chick?
2 1/2.
What were you, Josh?
2 3/8.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's going to be, let's see, me, Ace.
Do some fractions
Chick,
there.
Josh,
You
Christy.
said when you introduce us, not now.
Just so I remember it. Okay, 1, 2.
Write it down.
It's in order, right?
Better write it down.
That's easy. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Once
I'm
again,
nervous about tomorrow when we have the world record for the longest taint.
that'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Right from.
I never noticed if mine was long or.
Who looks?
What do you think you got? 2 inches of taint?
Come on.
Maybe a couple inches, I
Who's
would
looked
think.
at their taint?
I don't know.
No, the tattoo. How many letters are within the confines of the taint?
Yeah.
Live free or die. What's it? 4, 8.
If you can see this,
13?
if you can see this and it's not upside down,
close.
this is sodomy. A lot of language to get in there.
Hey, I got a question. What's wrong with you today?
Wow, what's in the coffee?
Man.
Man, if it's not Meghan Markle, it's this.
That Meghan Markle, what a joker.
Is she?
Didn't you hear?
the upper decker, yeah.
An upper decker.
Oh,
You know what an upper
could
decker
we
is?
not
Christy?
talk about that?
Yeah, please. That really kind of checked me
Christy
out.
was mumbling in the green room about it like she had PTSD. The upper decker is so disgusting.
I'm right there with you, sister. I couldn't believe it.
I have a
so
story.
much for subtlety.
I have a story that'll make Josh happy.
Oh, okay.
Christy, did I give you the one from Belgium?
What do we got? Waffles?
Well,
what are we talking about?
Chocolates? What do we got?
Could you give me a bigger hint than that?
It involves a gentleman from Belgium who is being harassed in what may be one of the weirdest ways imaginable.
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah. This one.
Okay, here we go.
A man in Belgium has been receiving pizzas that he never ordered for nearly a decade.
Hang on a second.
Wait.
Please don't keep doing that. Please.
Throw me in the briar
Please
patch.
stop. No,
Thank
you. No, dear God.
Jean van Langenham in Turnhout said the unsolicited pizza delivery started 9 years ago when a delivery man handed him a whole load of pizzas even though he'd not ordered anything. He initially thought it had results from a mistaken delivery address, but the food kept coming, sometimes several times a day. He said last year, 10 different delivery men showed up at his house, one of whom was carrying 14 pizzas. The 65-year-old said, I cannot sleep anymore. I start shaking every time I hear a scooter on the street.
Shaking.
He said he's reported the matter to the police several times, but is no closer to finding out who's harassing him. Van Langenham said, when I find out whoever has been bothering me for the past 9 years, it will not be their best day. Ooh.
He's going to kill them.
Wow. This is like something from a movie.
Yes.
It is. How can the pizza
It's
place...
like a Wes Anderson.
They've got to know who's buying the pizzas.
Well, I guess, though, if you pay them, they have to deliver the pizza no
but
matter
they
where
have a
it's going,
credit
right?
card receipt, I would think, or...
Right.
But
I mean...
what a weird thing to do.
It seems like an easy thing to find whoever's doing it.
Poor guy tormented.
Yeah.
I can remember my very, very old grandfather complaining about this.
Really? Is that right?
Yes,
Pizza delivery?
Yeah, he was getting pizzas he never ordered. He said it was President Truman doing it to him, trying to poison him.
Wow.
Would never let me eat him. What a weirdo.
Yeah, that is weird.
Well, I'm currently separated from him socially.
Yes.
He's 6 feet under
Uh-huh.
the earth. We have coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Jimmy Pardo. We have 2 words I never thought I'd see together: underwater tornado.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? And a nude sunbathe. They're all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom.
A look at their car is perhaps the best way to introduce the uninitiated to WFBQ Radio's morning team, Bob and Tom. The pink and camouflage junker features 3 hood ornaments, a bowling trophy, the hind quarter of a horse, and a jar of tartar sauce that will have to be explained elsewhere.
Q95, it's 8:42. You're with Bob and Tom on a 2 for Tuesday.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Great.
Holmes.
Sherlock. Let's play word association.
Okay.
Howdy.
Holmes.
Sherlock.
Holmes.
John C. You're with Bob and Tom.
Holmes.
The human tripod.
I see.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bob.
That's all right.
From 6 a.m. and for the next 4 hours, Bob Kavoyan and Tom Griswold fill the airwaves with jokes and pranks that range from silly to hilarious and from bawdy to sick.
Why is sex like air?
Why is sex like air? I give up, Bob.
Because it's no big thing unless you're not getting it.
They deliver a National Lampoon sort of humor that leaves the audience laughing while wondering how Q95 can broadcast some of the things they say.
Half the joke is in your mind. The joke isn't stated outright.
Mm-hmm.
The person has to put something into it to get something out of it.
Yeah, they're fun and
People like them.
People enjoy it.
They laugh at them. There's an alternative. You can always change the channel.
Mm-hmm.
But people aren't. After 2 years on the air, Bob and Tom have taken Q95's morning show to the top of the volatile morning FM ratings. WFBQ is the 3rd radio station the zany team has worked for. After 6 years together, they've got the routine down pat. Bob runs the audio control board, plays straight man, and provides the program's famous laugh.
Amateur phylactics. Amazing concept, I think, and I think it's going to.
Tom sits on a mound of notes and papers to provide the program's often quoted jokes and many of its voices.
Oh, hello, Mohandas.
Hello, Bob.
How are you?
Oh, I am fine today. Hello, Tom. Hi, Mohandas. You look very good today. Thank you so much, Mohandas.
Much of their banter is off the cuff with an occasionally rehearsed punchline off mic during a song.
I know the punch.
Only if it makes you late for the ceremony.
She's controversial. She's provocative. She's the famous sex therapist, Dr. Ruth Weisboner. Good morning, Dr. Ruth.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bob. Good morning. Is it wrong to have sex before you're married?
No, as long as you're not late for the wedding.
Bob and Tom say they get very few complaints from listeners as they poke fun at every special interest group imaginable, and station management has left them unrestrained on the limits of their humor. After 2 years, the result has been high ratings, a devoted following, and 2 happily transplanted Hoosiers who say they just might stay to grow old and gray on Q95.
Could be. It's very possible. In fact, it's already started.
Yeah. Bob's getting gray.
Yeah. Tom's getting old.
Yeah.
Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I could read some of the meanest things that you've ever said to me.
Oh, we have to hear that.
We must hear this.
It's only 2 things, but they're good. One is a classic. It's "Damn it, Willie, you're ruining Christmas." Everybody loves.
And he said that in all earnestness.
All earnestness.
Yeah. What were you doing?
One like for something as small as opening a stocking present out of line. Yeah, God damn it, you're ruining. Or damn it, you're ruining Christmas.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Bob. What are you doing out here?
Same thing you're doing. You got a light?
We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing, we are talking, but mostly we are smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building. We are puffing, we are gagging, we are happy because we're smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking. I met a girl from another office. She's a smoker, just like me. Now we're dating, and we're smoking. We're smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building, and we smell like we've been camping. It could be raining, it could be snowing, but we're smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking. I never was a smoker until I looked outside. They were smoking while I was working, so now I'm smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building, and the ashtrays are overflowing. We are smoking instead of working. We are smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing. We are talking. But mostly we are smoking.
8:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, hi, thanks very much. Christy Lee has an update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers and thunderstorms off and on today, tonight, and tomorrow. High today 83, low tonight 68. High tomorrow 87. Currently we have 68 degrees.
Rattle, rattle, thunder showers, boom, boom, boom.
Don't blame the CarX man.
Don't blame it on the CarX man. Thank you very much.
Nobody said anything. Thank you very much.
That was Mudvayne Griswold, the famous blues singer.
Poor chick.
You are on one today.
You think I'm on one now? I just found the Sudafed.
Oh, no. Throw it over here. I'll take anything you got.
Time to go to town.
Go to Josh, and Josh can relay it.
Was buying Sudafed, you feel like a criminal.
Yeah.
Need your driver's license, sign this. A 7-day waiting period. I just have a head cold, lady. Can't buy at the drive-thru, by the way.
You can't?
No, you got to go in. That seems totally unnecessary. Once again, the drug authorities.
Can you make yourself sneeze? I kind of can.
I
You
can't.
can make yourself sneeze?
A little bit, yeah.
No, I can't.
A little bit.
Me either.
If I hum,
What?
Really?
if I hum,
I can make myself ejaculate.
you know what? I'd like to get a look at that.
What is with you today?
I would prefer
You're
not
like
to.
naked men,
Thank
and
you.
you want to watch Josh.
Now, yesterday in the news,
We're
we had
very
a story about. Here's the story right here.
What?
It says, did you know there is something called a sneeze fetish?
Yes.
Some people are actually attracted to sneezing, and then they quote
Well,
Dr.
sneezes are supposed to be
Mini orgasms.
mini orgasms.
They
Yeah.
quote Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth, fast timer, says
Yeah.
an orgasm is, quote, just a reflex like a sneeze.
Old
Oh, we
fuddy-duddy.
missed you doing Dr. Ruth. Oh, sorry to that.
Who are you talking to?
Dr. Ruth, what should move when a couple are dancing?
Dr. Ruth Weisbauner.
Yes.
The question is what?
What's the question?
Josh, people ask me, what should not move during sex? And the answer, your bowels.
Exactly right. That's
I
an oldie but a goodie, man.
can't stay in character. I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Beautiful. Just gorgeous.
It says that there's a sneezing fetish out there.
People, I guess there are people that like to watch people sneeze,
That's wow.
which is okay.
Whatever.
What?
That's
What happened
one
to
more
this-
thing I'm glad I don't have.
What happened to the Sudafed, man? You going to hook me up or not?
I got one right here, but I can't get it. It's too light to get over there.
I'll get up.
We were reminded that they talk about the sneezing fetish in the Steve Martin movie, The Lonely Guy.
Oh, really?
If you remember, yeah, he's in bed with
Okay,
a woman.
ready? Catch.
What's going on here? Sudafed? What is
I
that?
stuck the Sudafed to my dog hair remover stick thing.
I want. Look at this. If you're the cameras, I'm showing the
You're
cameras.
not seeing this on YouTube. You're missing it, okay?
What's going on today?
I don't know.
He wanted a Sudafed, so
Are
I
you okay?
stuck it to the.
Are you okay, really? I'm serious.
That new coffee is really good. It is. That is really good. Anyway, yeah, I'm fine. Thanks. We've been reviewing a lot of interesting things today. When I do the introductions right now, which I'm about to do,
Oh, no, please.
I'm doing them by the size of mouth gape.
Okay.
And we just measured everybody's mouth because the world record has just been reestablished by a young man from Pennsylvania whose name is Philip Anus.
Angus.
Philip Angus. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
You know, I almost think he thought it was Philippines.
He did.
I
He did.
I gotta
He
find
really
the story
wanted
again.
it to be.
I'm sorry. It is Philip Angus.
Yes.
And he lives in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. His mouth measures 3.75 inches, stem to stern. If you go vertically, mine was at 2 7/8.
Yes.
So I'll be first.
You've got the biggest mouth.
This is Tom speaking. Ace was next. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer. Ace, the legendary voice in American radio and the proprietor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day, coming up in a matter of seconds, brought to you by our friends at omahasteaks.com, where they say Father's Day means Omaha Steaks. That's then Chick. Who's next? Chick McGee was next. You were at what?
I think Josh and I were almost identical.
You were with 2 and what was it again?
2.5?
2.5 inches.
I'm 2 and
okay.
3/8. I have fractions. I'm terrible with. I don't know what would be bigger.
2.5 is the same as Ace.
I'd be
4/8 would be a
4/8.
half.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So then it would be Chick McGee, of course, at the crazycockwine.com sports desk, powered by Sudafed. And let's see, Josh Arnold at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick desk. And then Christy Lee with her little teeny tiny mouth.
Yes.
Little teeny baby mouth. And you're, of course, in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yes.
You didn't get Godwin's mouth.
We didn't get the chance to measure it. And
It's like Tommy Lee Jones said to Jimmy Fallon, I'm not playing your little games.
Did he really
Did that really
say
happen?
that?
I hope that happened.
Oh, I do too.
I hope somebody finally said no.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a
wrong with
conversation?
No, I
Show,
like
right?
that Jimmy has fun and the guests they have a ball, but I like the one
I don't
guy.
want to carry an egg across the stage.
Right.
Okay.
I like the one dude went, no.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
you mean talk shows aren't supposed to be birthday parties for a 7-year-old? Exactly. Come on, have a little fun. Lighten up, Tommy Lee. Jeez. Made another movie where he pretends to be a cop. Okay.
That's what acting is.
Well, I know, but I mean, sometimes these guys take themselves a little seriously. Well, I pretended to be a soldier in Vietnam. Boy, I'll tell you what, those fake bullets, they were really...
He was acting.
That's called acting.
Exactly.
You know, he was in Batman with Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey went up to him in a restaurant and said, I'm going to be working with you in Batman. I just wanted to say hi. Tommy Lee Jones goes, I don't like you. I don't like anything you stand for.
Well,
there you go.
And Jim Carrey walked away.
Wow.
Now, who's at fault there?
Sometimes
Jim
I think,
Carrey or-
I wonder if Tommy Lee Jones does that just because he knows he's imposing.
I guess.
And he's just taking advantage. And he laughed to himself afterwards.
Knows he can get away with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I would want the Tommy Lee Jones treatment if I met him.
The diva-like behavior. I can get away with this because I'm a mega millionaire movie guy.
Was he Al Gore's roommate in college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other roommate was
Bobby Summerby, the comedian.
Comedy writer,
Yeah.
Now, where was I? We've introduced everybody. Oh, I know, because we do have the Ace
we got to
Cosby
take another break.
joke. No.
Almost.
Almost. Pretty close.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
We're starting to eat ourselves.
Social observations come from the world of Ace Cosby with the Ace Cosby joke of the day, brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com, Ace.
You know, businesses around the country are slowly opening up again.
Good.
In fact, that Lego store down the street,
Yeah.
it's open now, but I recommend staying away for a while.
Oh.
People will be lined up for blocks.
I sure will be.
This is your fault. This is all your fault.
That's the Ace Cosby joke of the day, brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com, where they say, come on, dads, get out there. Now, Christy Lee, what do you got over there at the news desk?
Well, a naked guy who was sunbathing near a railroad track was mistaken for a dead body by police on Monday.
Yikes.
Police in Britain, responding to reports of the dead body, ended up finding the nude sunbather instead. British Transport Police said railway workers saw a pair of feet, but no signs of life near the Chafford 100 railway station on Monday.
Yes.
Police tweeted that officers rushed to the scene only to find, quote, a man in his late 30s enjoying some nude sunbathing.
All right.
Police
By the way,
wrote, quote, please don't sunbathe nude on the railway.
If you're mistaken for a dead body, you probably need a little sun.
Yeah, good point.
Yes.
And of course, we have the famous tribute to sleeping naked in the railroad tracks.
Oh,
Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring rain. Don't sleep in
Remember this one, Josh?
I mean, I don't remember it from it initially coming out, but I've heard it on oldies stations.
Did you know who that is?
You know what?
No.
You have to have some sort of guidelines in your brain. You can't just throw anything on you want. People won't like that.
You actually went to the time and trouble to have Dean find that song.
It's such a terrible
just because of the story.
When did this start?
Petula
Now, be
Clark?
honest. Did it start last night? Dean, I'm going to need Don't Sleep in the Subway by the Friends of
Who is that?
Wankerville or whatever.
It's not Petula Clark, is it?
Yeah, it's Petula Clark. Don't
is
sleep
it really?
in the subway. I can.
Yeah.
Did you email them last night? Said
No,
you needed it, or
no,
this
I
morning?
emailed him at looks like 4:54 a.m. this morning.
Oh, he's been planning this for 3 hours.
Borbast.
Yeah.
It's such a terrible song. I wanted to bring it back.
Well,
it was a big
let's
hit.
highlight it.
But it has nothing to do with the story of a nude sunbather.
No, she's saying don't sleep in the subway, and this guy was asleep on the railroad tracks. It's similar. Some of those British trains go into the tube.
Did you get excited and did you say, "Oh, we can play Don't Sleep in the Subway"?
Oh, you know we did.
We do this.
Listen, I suffered because then that horrible song
Not
was
as much
stuck in
as
my
we
head
did.
for an hour and a half.
I heard an oldie this morning on the way in that should not be played anymore.
What is that one?
Steve Lawrence, Go Away, Little Girl.
Oh, yeah. That is creepy.
Donny Osmond redid that song on an album I had.
You know, they really shouldn't play that one anymore.
There's a lot of them they shouldn't play.
Yeah.
Don't you have a tribute to the one Ringo did, Pat?
You're only 16?
Yeah, don't you have a tribute?
I think I did. I don't know where it is.
I can tell you the lyrics. It's 2 lines.
Go ahead. What is it?
Never mind. It's the moment's gone.
You're thinking of somebody else, probably.
No.
I don't have a Ringo.
No,
No, that's
beautiful,
not mine.
and it's a felony.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
I think that is. I think in Pat's defense, which I didn't think I'd be doing that. But, yeah, I think you have always sang that to yourself.
That's not me. Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
16, and it's a felony.
Yeah, Don't Sleep in the Subway, Darling by
Darlene. I believe it's in...
Petula Clark, famous, of course, for the song
Downtown.
Well, everything's downtown. It's all downtown.
She's still a huge star in the UK.
I like that one, too. She is still a huge star?
Yes, in the UK.
Well, so's Benny Hill, okay?
As he should be.
He's deceased.
Sorry.
Okay. Now, if you're thinking about a great gift for Father's Day, and I know you are, think about all those dads you know out there. What could be better than a nice case of Omaha Steaks, Josh? Oh, yes.
I'm going to say nothing.
I agree.
Give Dad the gift he really wants this year. Perfectly aged, tender steaks. Omaha Steaks, they'll deliver the world's best steaks and a huge variety of other favorites directly to your old man's door. Right now, Omaha Steaks offering Bob and Tom Show listeners, that's right, only you, no one else, access to a variety of amazing packages that are perfect to send Dad for Father's Day. Go to Omaha.
Are you okay?
Go to
I think it's wearing off.
Go to your Mima.
Go.
I'm going to take this. I can handle this.
That's why I mess up. Because I know you're sitting there going, I wish I were doing this.
Yes.
This should be me.
Why am I not talking?
Why am I not talking?
I'm just grading you at a scale of 1 to 10. Go get back to it, 5.
Go to omahasteaks.com. Enter the code BTS into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available. Many include free shipping. And I want you to listen to this next sentence and tell me that whoever wrote this shouldn't be poet laureate. A free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick applewood smoked steak cut bacon.
Steak cut bacon, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my goodness. Omaha Steaks has a variety of Father's Day packages that include world-famous Omaha Steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for tenderness and hand-carved to perfection, burgers, franks, sausages, perfect for grilling, premium poultry and pork, cut by Omaha Steaks butchers and individually sealed for freshness and flavor, tasty, easy-to-make side dishes like those amazing potatoes au gratin, plus one-step family meals, artisan desserts, much, much more. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send Dad the gift he really wants, those perfectly aged Omaha Steaks. Get free shipping and free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com, type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Your dad wants Omaha Steaks. Make his day special.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Josh. Smoked steak cut bacon.
Yeah.
That pretty much says it all.
It sure does.
That's a poem in and of itself. It's like a haiku without the right number of words. When we come back, coming up a little bit later on, it'll be comedian Jimmy Pardo. When we come back, great news about the Telegraph.
No, I was going to go with fatal toad venom and porn stars, but you go right ahead.
We also have porn stars, and should you wear a mask during sexual activity? We'll find out next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Ace Cosby stepping in after the Bob and Tom Show today. As always, we call it Bob and Tom's work farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby, joke of the day. He's your host. Keep the smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what you're up to as you roll through this Thursday, June 4th with us right here. And Jimmy Pardo on the way on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Amy Grant had open heart surgery to fix a heart condition she's had since birth. Doctors discovered Grant had the heart condition during a routine checkup. Velvet Kelm, her publicist, said Grant's doctors report the surgery yesterday could not have gone better. Amy Grant's been married to country singer, friend of the show, Vince Gill, for 20 years, 6-time Grammy winner, and has sold more than 30 million albums. The nation's largest theater chain may not survive the coronavirus pandemic. AMC reports even if the theaters reopen at the end of the month, they may still have to go out of business. The problem goes beyond being closed the past 3 months, but the real concern if moviegoers will return to theaters when restrictions ease, and will there be any movies to go see? Hollywood has canceled or delayed all the summer hits, which means pickings will be slim once the theaters get to reopen. And Bruce J. Friedman has died. He was an Oscar-nominated screenplay writer, popular playwright and author. Among the movies he wrote scripts for were Splash and Stir Crazy. Friedman was 90. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
You know, my ex-girlfriend said I couldn't focus on our relationship, and I probably had some form of attention deficit disorder. We're no longer together, but I finally got around to writing her a love song.
Oh, really?
I love you, baby, and I always will. I want you for the rest of my... Man, that girl's hot. Life. My heart is pounding. Time stands still. Hey, look, a quarter. Together we'll be man and wife. For better or worse, through thick and thin. When I met you, baby, my... life did begin.
Yeah.
I want you for the rest of my life. We'll have today and tomorrow too. 'Cause Bob, do I owe you $50?
Absolutely.
I'll get it to you after the show. Okay?
All right,
'Cause
great.
I love you.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Our guest is comedian Mike Ciccone, and Mike is touring comedian, but you do have a family. You were telling us you take care of your daughter a lot.
Yeah.
She's 4 years old now?
She's 4 years old. I take care of her in the daytime pretty much. As you know, I work evenings,
Sure.
and therefore I'm the Mr. Mom guy. And I'm pretty good at it, except for laundry. I've noticed I still have the bachelor tendency with laundry.
That throw everything in at once.
No, when you're out of clothes, you do laundry.
Okay,
you
yeah.
know,
Right.
which is fine when you're single. But now that I have the kid, I'm down in the laundry room. I'm in my bathrobe. She's in her Halloween costume. Doesn't really work that way.
Thousands of people in their cars going, I've been there.
Yeah.
Thousands of guys going, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look like Hugh Hefner with Casper.
Augie Smith, who's here now.
I say to the kids, stop with these steroids. Get on the old-fashioned drugs. When I speak to schools, that's what I tell them. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think that we should legalize marijuana, and I'll tell you why.
Why is that?
Because I like doing illegal stuff. That's right. Yeah, I don't want to go into a store. I want to deal with the drug dealer. I want to go to the bad part of the town. I want to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to have to. And the people say, "Oh, we just want it for medicinal purposes." No, you don't. No, because then they bring out the guy, the 90-year-old guy with the tubes coming out of him, talking about, "Oh, I'm only happy when I'm high." Well, welcome to America. We're all only happy when we're high. I'm telling you guys right now. You see somebody walking down the street not high and happy. Run for your damn life. That guy's a lunatic. He's got a basement full of bodies. And you're next, pal.
Hey, dudes, 821 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Dudes and
I was
ladies.
going to say, I'm not a dude.
Thank you very much. We have a lady with the weather. It's Christy Lee on Q95. Thank you, Christy.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. On and off showers and thunderstorms today, tonight, and tomorrow. High today 83, low tonight 68, high tomorrow 87. Currently, we have 68 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. We've got heat relief coming up a week from Friday. You can help out some folks with some water. Details are coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Got a little treat for you coming up in a matter of moments.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Something special. Got a nice letter here.
I got a nice letter about you.
Well, thank you. Referencing something that Josh said. Josh Arnold, of course, is over there in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair with mouth size number 4, sadly.
Yeah, but I can use it.
Going down. Oh, there you go. Of course, a thorough and generous lover you are. We understand that. You've been talking about that for years. There's a Chick McGee over there. You can find him anytime at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Ace, naturally at the omahastexs.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day chair and desk. And this is the home of the track phone hotline. Pat Godwin is over there. The lady of the house is Christy Lee, and she's not in this house. She's in the one next door, the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yes.
Got a letter. This
Dear
is Tom
Chick,
speaking.
hang on. Dear Chick.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to hear about your runny nose.
Uh-huh.
I did hear when Tom tried to give you a Sudafed earlier this morning. He called what he affixed it to the dog hair remover stick thing.
Yes.
Instead of a lint
course,
roll.
the lint roller
the
is
lint
what
roller.
we most of us call it, but you called it the dog hair remover stick thing.
Yeah.
The lint
What
roller.
happened to it?
It's
Oh,
right
so
there.
Josh is
Oh, yeah,
He's
Josh.
doing a
Rub it
little
all
lint
over
roller.
you.
I love those things.
He loves those things.
If you're like me and you have a white dog and wear a black shirt, you want one of those.
You have more than one white dog. You probably have.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. They're good boys and girls. Now, this letter comes to us from Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Mikey.
75 miles an hour was the traveling speed while drinking some tea. Oh, enjoying some nice tea
Yes.
like I am right now. When
Me too.
Josh, we were doing some measuring in here.
Yeah.
And we were measuring the mouth gape, the distance from the bottom of the mouth to the top when held as open as one can hold it.
Right.
Because we have a new world record.
Right.
So we were measuring our own. And then Josh made the comment he would like to know who has the world's longest taint. It was at that time that our letter writer, Michael, spit all over his windshield.
Oh, I apologize.
Thank you,
Michael.
Josh.
Sorry about that.
So I thought we would feature a very short song. This is an edit, suitable for television, of a song from the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra about the concept, if you will, of taint.
Bob, your mustache is tickling me.
Well, technically it's known as the perineum, but I like to call it your taint.
Taint? Why do you call it that?
Let me explain, honey.
We had to edit part of the song out, like the part that explained everything. Okay, there's a few things missing there. Okay, there you go. The tribute to the taint. Taint got no mustache. It's Christy Lee in the newsroom. A couple things we promised to cover. Do you want to get to this Tiger King?
Send me a letter, an email about Butterface because I didn't know what Butterface meant.
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Now I do. I guess it's a really hot woman, but her face is not exactly as hot as her body.
Well,
Right,
a
yeah.
butterface, a Bengal,
Okay.
As in, she's got a great body, but her face.
Got it. Okay.
A Bengal
yeah.
is nice uniform, but who that helmet?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So thank you, James, for clarifying that for me.
Well, speaking of tigers, can we get to this Tiger King story? Bengal tiger.
Yes, we sure. Bengal tiger.
Well, he mentioned the Bengals. That's the perfect tie-in here.
Yeah, a Florida sheriff has said the will of Carol Baskin's missing husband was forged.
No kidding.
Don Lewis, Carol Baskin's second husband, disappeared from Tampa in 1997. Baskin, the big cat rescue founder, featured in the Netflix series Tiger King, has been accused of killing her husband, a conspiracy proliferated by Joe Exotic. Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Croster has confirmed reports that Lewis's signature on the will had been traced and therefore forged. Two independent experts deemed the will 100% a forgery.
Wow.
The sheriff said the statute of limitations had expired for any crime related to the will, but added that it'll certainly cast another shadow of suspicion by all means. Boy, if you're his family, his wife and kids have got to be just...
Right.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
And thank you for getting the word statute.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the story on the air yesterday, and
She said statue.
the statute
or
of
he.
limitations.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Really?
I made that mistake once.
Yeah. Well, the statute of limitations would,
Yeah, I know.
maybe perhaps
Statute.
a nude of,
Of Miss Justice.
Mr. Who knows? So, so the will's a forgery, but they can't do anything about it.
No, apparently not.
But that does open them up to probably further investigation.
Yeah, what happened to old Don Lewis?
This is kind of like an episode of Scooby Doo. I wonder if they'll.
Yeah.
They get the van out there and go check out what's going on. But it gives
He
us
was fed to the tigers, is what they said on the show.
Yummy.
That's what they implied.
Oh, Carol, you are so cruel. You fed your husband to the tigers, ground him up into gruel. Oh, you and Joe Exotic are having quite a feud. You two should be in cages, or maybe tiger food. Oh, Carol. I love that song.
That's
I
great.
love that song.
Wow. Is that Neil Sedaka?
Yeah, going back to the 50s.
Wow. Now, I have a question.
Okay.
So they can't arrest her for having the fake. They don't know who forged the will. They can't prove that. Is that the point here?
Apparently. Well,
And if she fed the guy to the tigers couldn't eat the bones, right?
No, didn't they say that there would be no bones?
there would be no bones. That's what they said.
Yeah, I guess
Dude, I
tigers
don't know
will
how.
eat them, and
they'll eat the femur.
She ground him up.
Oh.
She put him through a grinder is what they said on the show.
Yeah. It was all, you know the term bone meal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if nothing else, this should produce some sequel money. Good to know. Let's move on from the world of Tiger King. Oh, we forgot to play the Tiger King theme song.
Tiger King, a tiger, Tiger King. Tiger King, a tiger, Tiger King.
By the way, we have some new pictures of the Eagles on our website.
Oh, well then,
Really?
you should be playing Eagle King.
Yeah.
Eagle King, Eagle King.
It's not the world. I want to get off.
Eagle King.
And of course, the best one, of course.
Pussy King, Pussy King. Pussy King, Pussy King. Pussy King,
Wait for the counter melody.
Pussy King. Everybody knows I'm the Pussy King.
The Pussycat King.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can't forget this one.
Hello there, hello there. Hello there, hello there.
Hello there.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Worlds are colliding.
It's all mixing up together.
They're having a nervous breakdown. I
Okay.
think.
What else is going on in there, Christy Lee?
A Spanish porn actor has been arrested for his involvement in a fatal ceremony involving toad venom. Hang with me on this. Is it shamanic ceremony?
He's a shaman.
Yeah, he's a shaman.
What is that?
Like a medicine man.
Shaman, yeah.
Shaman.
Carlos
like a witch.
Santana thinks he's a shaman.
Yeah. Took place in the town of Ingura last year, during which fashion photographer Jose Luis Abad died after inhaling the vapor of the venom from a...
Yeah.
I read this earlier and giggled. I don't know if you heard me. Bufo alvarius toad.
Bufo.
B-U-F-O. I'm not making this up.
Bufo.
Also known as the Sonoran desert toad.
Also known as the ass end toad.
Spanish porn actor Nacho Vidal.
I never can watch his movies. They're too cheesy.
On National Cheese Day, even.
This guy's name is Nacho.
Nacho Vidal
How funny is that?
was among those detained. Police added that the ritual was a commonly practiced activity carried out for therapeutic or medicinal ends, but which posed a serious threat to public health.
Wow.
The secretion contains a psychedelic substance known as 5-MeO-DMT, which medical researchers have studied as a possible treatment for depression and anxiety. I guess you just can't have too much.
Somebody died?
Yeah.
Wow.
The fashion photographer died after inhaling the vapor of the venom.
But they've arrested this porn star who, is it pronounced shaman?
Yes.
Yes, a shaman.
Okay.
Nacho.
I know that.
Holy man.
Yeah, there's a porn movie where he goes, "Please don't squeeze the shaman."
No.
Now, I have a little quiz here.
Okay.
And I want to see if anybody can tie this in. I'm going to direct this quiz to Ace Cosby, our engineer.
False.
Ace is Ace is quite the a man of knowledge when it comes to the world of music.
Oh, boy.
Okay, Ace, here you go. Listen carefully. You know what that is?
I do not.
Okay, Mr. Pat Godwin.
I do not.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Okay.
It's used prominently in the movie Casino.
Ah. Do you know what it is? I'll play it one more time.
Kind of sounds like Ian Hunter.
I'll give you a hint. I believe I'm not. I haven't looked it up, but I think this was written by the drummer, if I'm not mistaken. Anyone?
Very 60s
Nope.
sounding.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
No idea.
We just learned to play our instruments. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's a song called Toad.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
By
Who?
Cream.
Oh, I thought
Cream, yeah.
And that's, I think written by Ginger Baker, who just died not too
That's a
long
good
ago.
tune.
Not familiar with it.
I like
Sorry.
that down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of those. I think isn't that an entire side of the live album or something? I think they're like this gigantic drum thing.
It's used for a good 5 minutes in Casino. It feels like it's a long sequence.
Okay, now that was quiz number 1.
Oh, God.
Now, quiz number 2.
Yeah.
Chick, I think you'll get this one. Are you ready? Here we go. Identify the band, please.
You know this.
Gin Blossoms.
Gin Blossoms, yeah.
That is not correct.
Oh, no, it's Toad the Wet Sprocket.
There
That's
you
correct.
go. Oh, God,
You know
those
where they
guys
got
are
their
good.
name?
No, where?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, Monty Python. It was a fake Monty Python band
And
name.
they just went ahead and said, okay, well, we're them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were here with us. They're great. But yeah, let me play the beginning. Listen to this great. Is Fall Down, and of course we're continuing with our Toad theme.
You have the Toadies?
God, I feel like Earl Bailey.
You know,
world's
Boy,
greatest
poor Dean,
DJ.
your email must have been 8 pages long.
We
this
should have done
morning.
that. We should do that one morning. Best opening lines and songs.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm fine as she covered up her trembling hands. Jeez.
Yeah, that's great.
Woo.
Best opening guitar lick would be good. We played this one earlier. This has nothing to do with Toads, but listen to this guitar. Wait for the tremolo.
I think Greg Kinn's available.
That's Greg Kinn. That's a great song.
It is
breakup
great.
song.
It is a great song.
It's a great song. Don't you go mocking that
I
song.
If
probably
you watch
should
the
come in.
Eddie Money tribute concert on Access TV, he's
I haven't
part of
watched
that.
it yet. Oh, Greg Kinn's doing that? Okay, he's great. But yeah, Fall Down. So that's our Toad hunk.
Okay.
Why was Greg Kinn in the Toad?
He said he
I
liked
was saying
the guitar solos,
we went from
intros.
Toad the Wet Sprocket and a great guitar sound.
We have
to the-
ADD.
He just wanted to hear it again.
Even I can't. I'm in the room and I don't know what you're doing.
Just trying to play some really cool sounding stuff.
right.
Well, we could play music
Yeah.
if you want.
Give us a break. I'll have another croissant. Whatever you want to do, buddy.
Coming up, I'm going to play. Oh, you're finally saying thank you for the croissants I brought in, huh?
Yes, your sweet baby Jesus.
They were awfully
They
tasty.
get a little chewy after they've been in the microwave, to be quite honest.
Told you 15 seconds. That's
Well,
how you put them in. You
yeah,
don't put them
they
in too
still
much,
get
you
a little
burn them.
chewy.
No?
Gotta eat 'em right away.
You're eating them. Thank you
Hi,
very much.
welcome to Croissant Talk.
It's croissant talk. I can't spell it, but they're very tasty. Now, coming up, I have another little musical surprise for you, something incredibly obscure.
I'm very excited.
But we have other things to get to. Christy, what have you got over there?
An errant peacock has been captured in Indiana. Indianapolis Animal Care Services has been attempting to catch this peacock for nearly 2 months. I've been following the exploits of this bird. It's been quite humorous. They dubbed the bird Frank. May have been looking for a mate as he roamed the city of Indianapolis before he was finally caught on Friday.
Just looking for a
He
lady.
was looking for love.
Peacock?
An animal care spokesman said, quote, "We are told a peahen is waiting for him at the Oinking Acres Farm Rescue and Sanctuary, so he may find love after all."
So it's a peacock.
And a peahen.
Oh, peahen, not
a peahen.
Not a.
Oh,
not
No,
a pea.
not a pea.
Pussy.
Yeah.
That'd be.
Yeah. I think we're in. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think we're into some new territory here. Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I did.
Sure.
Do
I mean, you would think.
it's,
Yeah.
like it's like a math problem.
You take out another couple mortgages, I'd be all right, I guess.
Sine, cosine.
Maybe
It's
host
a
the Eddie
promotion
Money
for the
thing
local
on Access
NBC
TV
affiliate.
or something. I could do that, maybe.
Okay, very good. Good to know. Thank you very much. Chick McGee brings a lot of
Hey, you ever go to your job and you think, I want to go home and lock myself in my house? Well, of course you do. That's why you need Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself home security system. That's magnetic wireless technology. That's right. A home security system so complicated you never use it. It knows everything and barely any installation. Simply Safe has spent a decade bringing you simple, do-it-yourself home security.
And you did it. Twice?
I installed it twice. Designed to be easy to use, protecting your whole home 24/7.
You had a drill in the walls.
No,
and you had,
no, sticky tape and magnets and no wires. Order online, a click of a button, open the box, place the sensors, plug it in, and away you go. Your home is protected around the clock. I've got 7 cameras. I check in on my phone.
I got 4. Read the reviews. I mean, the independent reviewers love Simply Safe.
No technician or salesperson shows up at your house.
Hey, how you doing? You been feeling okay? You think you got the COVID? Where'd you get that couch?
You don't need that.
You got anything for this fever and cough?
Simply Safe has been named the best overall home security of 2020. It's the best, Jerry, the best. It was named by U.S. News World Report, and their 24/7 professional monitoring, emergency dispatch, that's the way I pronounce dispatch, starts at 50 cents a day. Head to simplysafetom.com. Get free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. You can do it. Install it yourself with Simply Safe. Simplysafetom.com and get the 60-day money-back guarantee and free shipping. For Bob and Tom Show listeners only.
Thank you very much. And now, for no reason at all, a little bit of Greg Kinn, ladies and gentlemen. The breakup song. Everybody sing na 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 na. Oh, that's such a good song. Check out Greg Kinn on Spotify and Toad the Wet Sprocket. We got things to do here. When we come back, we have an underwater tornado.
A whirlpool?
And possibly an eddy?
No. Something more. But if you want to diminish the forthcoming story.
I can't wait to hear about your...
And at the same time diminish the audience. Well done.
Well.
Thank you, Josh. We also have huge news for fans of the Telegraph. Coming right back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show.
Hey, it's Josh. Just getting ready to do some yard work. I wanted to tell you real quick about bobandtomstore.com. My gosh, it's the place for you or the biggest Bob and Tom fan you know to check out some of our wares. We've got sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. And, I think it's a great place to, buy gifts, get a few, just check it out. Bob and Tom.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
For everything Bob and Tom, check out one spot, bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to all of our social media sites, and, of course, much, much more. Don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Put in the subject line request and what you want to hear. We'll see if we can't get it on for you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The start of the Major League Baseball season is in serious jeopardy after management rejected the players' offer for a 114-game regular season and the pandemic-delayed season with no additional salary cuts. That's according to a person familiar with the negotiations who also tells reporters that MLB did not plan to make a counter-proposal. MLB told the union it had no interest in extending the season into November when it fears a second wave of the virus could disrupt the postseason and jeopardize $787 million in broadcast revenue. A person familiar with the situation tells the AP that the NBA has told the Players Association that it will present a 22-team plan for restarting the season to the league's Board of Governors sometime this afternoon. And Major League Soccer players have approved a new collective bargaining agreement that will allow for the league to return this summer with a tournament in Florida. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program 24/7.
On your mark, get set. Come on, Fred. Come on.
I have to run faster. Come on, Fred.
And Fred Johnson finishes a disappointing fourth in the 100-yard dash.
Hey, Fred, what happened back there, man? You used to always beat me. What's up?
My trainer says it's excess gas.
Really?
Yeah, he says I'm bloated with excess gas, and that's slowing me down.
Here, try one of these. See if this will make a difference.
What is it?
It's a fart right anal strip.
Oh, yeah! Everyone has heard about the nasal strips that athletes wear to allow them to get enough air. But did you know that it's just as important for an athlete to discharge a sufficient amount of gas? That's why Frigaball Industries developed the Fart Right Anal Strip. Simply drop your drawers, pull out the adhesive bandage-looking device, and stick it to your buttocks. The Fart Right Anal Strip pulls your cheeks apart to create an optimum air passageway. Oh, wearing a Fart Right Anal Strip can make a world of difference in your performance.
A few days later.
Okay, Fred, I'm going to take you down again today, man.
I don't think so, Bill. Not this time. I'm wearing a Fart Right Anal Strip.
On your mark, get set.
Come on. Come on, do your stuff. Come on. Come on. Do your stuff.
And the winner is Fred Johnson.
Whoa. Hey, great race, Fred. Hey, look, you cut 0.3 of a second off your personal best.
Yeah, I cut more than that. Thanks to you and Fart Right Anal Strips.
Fart Right Anal Strips. Buy some today and see how they can improve your performance. No matter what sport you're involved in, Fart Right Anal Strips can make a difference. Hey, how about tennis?
Quiet, please. Miss Swenson to serve.
Oh, go!
Okay, 844 at Q95. I can't help but notice Tom was a little late back.
What do you mean?
Being in here just a touch late.
I'm not. I'm right here.
We were just wondering what sort of beverage dispensing device attacked you this time. Well,
nothing. I was just
playing commercials.
pouring iced tea from my decanter.
From your what?
Decanter.
Oh, your decanter.
What do you think I said?
Why don't you just call it a pitcher?
It is a decanter.
It's a booze decanter.
So you have because you think you're certain we're filthy.
Right.
You have to go all the way to your office in the other part of the building.
Just to pour some tea.
Which, to be honest, they don't like you over there. You know that,
That's
right?
okay.
And to get your iced tea jug and pour it in over there.
Because my iced tea is in my refrigerator.
Why don't you put your iced tea in this refrigerator?
Yes.
Because that's a public refrigerator, and God knows what happens in there when I'm not looking at it.
Public? There's 3 or 4 or 5 of us.
You've worked with us for 30 years.
No, he's right.
Given you anything yet?
I often open the refrigerator door, fart in it, and then close it.
Man,
urinate in the crisper drawer. I've seen
that's
that.
funny.
I fling stuff in there. Yeah.
You probably visit the men's room and do some kind of epic defecating event, and then
at about 10:05,
fail to wash your hands.
No one
and then
fails
go
to
touch
wash
something.
their hands.
My God,
no one.
my God.
We all wash our hands.
Yeah, I have to wash my hands. I'm a clumsy wiper.
That's what I mean. God knows I wouldn't want to take a sample underneath your fingernails.
I don't know what I'm doing back
God, you take a sample underneath Josh's fingernails, put it in a petri dish, you're going to have Loch Ness monster babies or something.
Is it just 50% of your job is just putting up with us, isn't it? Isn't it? Just be honest.
We could all call in sick one day and let him do the show by himself.
Man, I'd love to see that.
Fairy tales come true.
And more on the Telegram. And
it could happen to you.
Freddie and the Dreamers coming up.
Coming up, Telegram news. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Glad to be here. Thank you very much for joining us. There's Ace, there's Chick, there's Josh. This is Tom. We are in the same room, but we are, what's the word again, socially distanced.
Right.
We're all about 15 feet away from each other, 10, give or take a few feet. Mr. Godwin's around the corner. Different room, on camera, though. Hi, Pat. How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Christy Lee is in the next room behind the glass.
Hi, everybody.
We call it the Navy Federal Credit Union Newsroom. This is Tom speaking once again. There's what did I mention, Chick? Okay, and we're all here. Good to see you. 4 June 2020, and we are in the semi-quarantine era, I guess. So we're happy to be here, though, and lucky to be here, having a great time, and learning about all kinds of weird things. And in the world of animals today, what was it again? What was this bird thing?
The peacock thing?
The peacock, yeah.
Yeah, there was a peacock loose in central Indiana and in the Indianapolis area for about 2 months.
Don't they scream or something?
Yeah, they make lots of noise.
Yeah, they do.
Hideous.
And he was dubbed, his name was Frank. I don't know where the peacock came from. Does anybody-
Frank?
Yeah, they call him Frank.
Probably a mommy peacock.
I thought he worked. Did he work for the NBC affiliate?
Oh, did he? He might
that's right.
have.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Do
they think
peacocks lay eggs?
Blum, blum, blum.
peacocks would have to lay eggs, wouldn't they? They're birds.
No, they give live birds.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, and they have a pouch.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No
Under
one's-
all those feathers.
None of you are helping.
No, just talking to talk.
You weren't helping, speculating if it was peahen or not.
It was
That's who wasn't helping.
Well, I didn't realize. I mean, because logically, if you've got peacock,
You have a peahen.
Never mind.
Yes, that's the best.
I wonder what it would be.
They caught Frank, and now he's going to be
Frank the peacock.
oinking arms.
And am I
farm
correct in
rescue.
saying it's the male peacock
Yes.
that is the one that has all the shiny feathers in the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's unusual.
This is the voice of every male peacock. I'm gorgeous.
Yes.
Get a load of me.
No.
They are gorgeous.
Pat, are you tinkling the ivories in there? What's going on?
No, I could if you'd like. What do you want?
Okay.
Hey, it's up to you, man.
When
What
you
do
guys start talking, in my head, I go, oh, they planned something
Yeah,
out
of course
here.
they did.
We don't plan this stuff.
Well,
Did
this
you
is
say bird named Frank?
Frank.
Oh, my God.
baby.
You know, I name all my birds Frank.
There we go.
I'm a bird lover, and let me
to see you, Chairman.
It's good to see you. What do you call your fun stuff? I call you fun stuff. I nickname everybody.
Here we go.
I love the birds. Egrets. I've had a few. And a cockatoo who needed attention. I put them in a doobie zoo. But they didn't like that form of detention. They want to live a life that's full and crap on cars on the highway. So I opened up their cages and let them fly away.
Oh, man. Yes,
Good
nailed
job,
Nice.
Pat.
Thank you, Frank.
it. Stick around for Pat.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Thank you. That was very good.
I have a wonderful letter here. I'm
No,
going
you
to
do?
I'm going to read it exactly as it's written.
Excellent.
Okay. All right, go
Excellent.
Thanks for telling Christie's mouth gape measurements. I can finally finish the doll. How about you?
How about you, baby?
That is a fine letter.
Man.
Yes.
I couldn't find it.
Thank you. That is one. That is the new. That is the new chairman of the board of the Junior Windbag Society.
Okay.
I've got an international letter.
Oh.
This comes to us from Ken in. I don't know how to pronounce this, Ken. I'm sorry. Is it Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada? Breton.
Close enough.
Cape Breton. Sorry,
Whatever.
Ken.
It's in Canada.
It's in Nova Scotia.
Someone turned me onto the Bob and Tom show 3 months ago. I am hooked. I just went to the Bob and Tom store. I noticed there are no "How About Ya" T-shirts.
Why, this is an outrage.
I
want one.
Since the days of handshaking are obsolete, I would love nothing more than to stand at the side of the road and point to the shirt as people go by.
That's right.
Yes.
Instead of a handshake, just
This could be done today.
a lusty how about you?
The "How About Ya" T-shirt.
Yes.
Is that copyrighted?
All I need is $17 of every shirt, and we're on our way.
Well, you'll get nothing. And
What's happening?
all of the T-shirts right now, in fact, everything in the Bob and Tom store, we're giving the money to Feeding America.
That's right.
So,
that.
There's that going on. I certainly enjoyed the Frank Sinatra tribute. Whenever Frank stops by, I like to say, Frank, I know I don't like to do Christmas music when it's not the season, but I know you and Christy Lee have been working on a great duet.
Oh, yeah.
We did a duet years ago. It didn't take off. It was a short little thing Christy and I did. Would you like to?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I really can't stay.
You're staying.
Thank you.
Yeah, there it is. Not very woke.
It wasn't to yes.
Yes. Thank you.
It's not very woke. You're right.
Yes, yeah.
It's kidnapping.
Celebrities
technically.
lining up to
But I still like
complain
that song.
about that because they got to do something right now.
Sure, yeah,
Very
yeah.
good. Now, we were going to revisit the news desk. Christy, what else have we missed? Anything over there?
Well, we have snot palaces in the news.
What does that even mean?
I am the king of Snot Palace. I'll tell you that.
There we go.
Scientists have been learning how tiny sea creatures construct their so-called snot palaces. The tadpole-looking critters, called giant larvaceans, build delicate mucus homes to protect themselves from predators, as well as filter in food for themselves.
Am I the only one who thinks this is funny?
Bioengineer.
You know what the trickiest part about is building a snot palace?
Is what?
You have to have it level. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's tough.
You got to start level.
Yeah, that is hard.
If you don't,
These things look like, I'm looking at them right now, they look kind of like jellyfish.
That would make sense, yeah.
They're kind of translucent.
Bioengineer Kahani Kachya explained they create these small versions of houses by secreting mucus from cells on their heads and then expand those much like a balloon into the structures that we see. So they kind of like blow a balloon over their heads, right? And then pull it down around them.
Hideous.
She said so-called snot palaces are 10 times bigger than the creatures themselves, the equivalent to a person making a 5-story house out of snot.
Come on. I hate this story.
Cracker snot palace? Anything?
They even have a playground on the back.
They did.
So you can ride the boogie.
He was so happy about that.
Guy should be. That's
I was
funny.
so excited about that one.
Oh God, yeah. They excrete the snot and they're like big bubbles that they live in.
Yeah, it's like blowing a balloon over yourself.
They got to do a new one every day too. I didn't. Oh man, that's a lot.
It's a lot of snot.
Extinct. Make them extinct.
Oh, stop.
We don't need these things.
Irradiate the
Yes, we
sea. Get rid of them.
There is a reason for them. Video of an underwater tornado is also
Wait
making...
a second now. Hang on.
What?
I'm looking at this thing.
God,
no.
Examine it.
Oh, it's not rocket science, but it's interesting.
It's not rocket science.
It's not.
It's not rocket.
That's what we're laughing at here.
Oh, God.
You think it's butter, but it's not.
Do you think a realtor would have trouble selling a snot palace, Christy?
Yes, I
you
think
sell
so.
real estate.
Yeah.
Well, I've got this booger bungalow, but if you go a little farther north, I've got a snot palace.
Yeah.
It's a...
Dear Tom. Well, actually, dear Chick, it's about Tom. I listen every day to the show. Thank you. I know everyone picks on each other. But is Tom really that crazy in everyday life? Or is it a show thing?
No.
He seems like he's going off the rails more and more. How does he live every day?
Be tough.
Well, that is genuinely a question I hear Chick ask Tom off the air.
It's by Troy. Thank you, Troy, very much.
Yeah.
Troy's concerned about you.
Tom, your thoughts?
Well, I'll be okay. Maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sure.
That's there.
He's
in
fine
there
with it,
lies
yeah.
the rub. He will be okay.
He will be okay no matter what.
Leaving a wake of destruction.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
there's
Mr. Magoo.
Spilled coffee and fires everywhere, but he'll be fine.
Nothing's on fire.
No.
So we're studying the snot. What is
Palaces.
it? Snot. What is it? Snot Bob Square Pants.
Snot palaces, yeah.
Snot Palace. Okay, I'm sorry.
And then there's video of
He
an
thinks
underwater...
he nailed that.
Pardon me?
He thinks he nailed it.
There's video of an underwater tornado out there that's baffled scientists.
Go ahead, Josh. Poo-poo it with your little...
Yeah, it's a whirlpool.
Or an eddy.
Unbelievable.
Researchers from the Schmidt Ocean Institute
Yeah, they're full of Schmidt.
observing a remotely operated vehicle dive near Queensland, Australia, witnessed the tornado-like formation on camera May 21st. Scientists commenting on the footage during the live stream called the sight amazing, completely weird, and really unusual. Cause of the benthic tornado recently captured on video is still not known. What's the word benthic mean?
It's super.
It's a bent, left-handed Allen wrench.
It's super. It looks like it does look like a tornado underwater. It's really cool. I don't know why you.
Yeah, you can buy these at gift shops all around the world in little jars.
Yeah, those things where you spin them around.
Yeah, you can spin them
I'm sorry.
around.
So the Earth is someone shook the ocean, and that's how this happened.
Whirlpools happen.
This is a huge. Never mind.
It's a larger whirlpool.
If this were to hit your snot palace,
Yeah.
no, knock it over.
Sure it would.
those animals.
It's like something from Sharknado.
And those poor little underwater trailer parks.
Oh, yeah, they always get hit, don't they?
Don't they?
Always first.
Yeah.
Always first. Okay.
Man.
It's like an underwater Tasmanian devil. If you see this thing, it's very cool. Thank you very much.
It's very good.
Coming up, we have a comedian, Jimmy Pardo, will be joining.
The shooter.
One of our favorites. Also, we have a huge breaking news about the Telegraph. I'm a big fan of the Telegraph. We had a Telegraph story earlier this week.
Oh, boy, it's big.
You know, I know, ladies, people, you think he's like kidding, but
No, he's excited.
He's excited and can't wait to share.
Ever gotten a telegram?
I never have.
I got one.
Yeah, I've got one. They're super
And I'm
cool.
not that much younger than you. I never have gotten a telegraph.
Yeah, they still had them until about, 15 years ago. You could still do them. They're super
Really?
cool. Stop.
I've sent a couple telegrams.
Yeah, could we stop?
Well, we're going to stop. We'll stop and come back.
Oh, okay.
Here's more money.
And hear all about, we actually, legit Telegraph news from today.
And are we ever going to do the story about what men think women want and what women think men want?
Yes, we have that too.
Okay.
Thank you,
I have
Josh.
that.
That's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid
Hey,
Tarmac.
head on over to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel today. Click on that red subscribe button, and boom, you are subscribed to Bob and Tom YouTube's channel. You know how much that'll cost you? Absolutely nothing. That's right, it's free, and you can be kicking back and watching weeknights at 8 p.m. Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of highlights from today's Bob and Tom show. Just head on over to bobandtom.com for quick links to all of Bob and Tom's social media sites, including Bob and Tom has an Instagram site. That's right.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. A New York City police officer on an anti-looting patrol was ambushed Wednesday by a man who walked up behind him and stabbed him in the neck, setting off a struggle in which the assailant was shot. 2 other officers suffered gunshot injuries to their hands. The bloodshed happened just before midnight in the hours after an 8 p.m. curfew that was intended to quell days of unrest over the death of George Floyd. All 3 injured officers are expected to recover. The man who attacked them was shot multiple times and is hospitalized in critical condition. Asian stock markets are mostly higher after Wall Street rose on better U.S. jobs and manufacturing data than expected. Tokyo, Sydney, and Southeast Asian markets advanced, while Shanghai declined, Hong Kong unchanged. Wall Street rallied after a survey showed last month's job losses at private employers were milder than expected, and a manufacturing indicator improved. And an effort to escape going to prison has ended with a stay behind bars anyway. A West Virginia woman and her husband are now charged with faking her disappearance. Rodney Wheeler reported his wife Julie plunged from an overlook in Grandview on Sunday. A search of the area by police did not yield her, but a search of a closet in her home found her alive and well. The Wheelers now face charges of conspiracy and giving false information to police. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You can't zip by this. We were talking about Notre Dame and Navy having to move their football game, the college football season opener, out of Ireland. Someone wanted to remind me that the Irish only use 239 beans in their bean soup because one more bean would make it too fiery.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Anybody on the radio that sings like this needs to cut Bob Dylan a check. I don't care if it's folk or rock or rap or pop or tech. No matter if you are a genius like him or just some 3-chord hack. If you're singing like your voice is sore, better cut Bob Dylan a check. And it's 40 for a 60 for a and a is 103. These prices don't include polyps or setup and mechanical fees. The only caveat is the Nashville skyline, which we'll throw in for free. Cause no one ever picked up on that except for Dudley Do-Right and Pee-wee. Mr. Springsteen, Mr. Petty, Mr. Knopfler, Miss Etheridge and Sheryl Crow. How about you crack that checkbook and send old Bob some dough? Now, Jake, that's his old Bob's son, so I guess he can pass. But every now and then when you go home, would it kill you to cut some grass? It's 40 for a 60 for a and it's 103.
9:03 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is correct. Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Men. Showers and thunderstorms off and on today, tonight, and tomorrow. Not an all-day rain out. High today 83, low tonight 68. High tomorrow 87. Great looking weekend with plenty of sunshine and dry. Only 83 on Saturday, 81 on Sunday. Currently, we have 68 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. This is Tom. That's Josh. And I know Josh is getting some new windows. Thanks to our friends at Window Nation. And Window Nation is the best thing going ever because 'tis the season. You open up your windows for the first time a few weeks ago and, oh, look, that rubber strip just fell on the ground. Oh, look, that one's cracked. Look, when this one has dry rot. Maybe it's time for some new windows. Save on those heating and air conditioning bills. Window Nation has their best thing going of all time. It's a free online virtual quote valid for 6 months. By virtual quote, that means that no one's going to come in your house and traipse around, look in your medicine cabinet, and wipe anything with their hands. Let's see now. We have deferred payments for 2 years from Window Nation. Go to windownation.com. 2 free windows for every 2 you buy. Josh, you have how many windows?
I have 16.
So you have to buy 8.
Yes.
How about that? 0 down payment and 0 interest for 2 years. Josh, if you were listening, tell me what I just said.
Well, you said that they've got that wonderful virtual online quote valid for 6 months. For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free, no limit on that.
Huh.
Plus, no interest and 0 down payment. Those are things.
They sure are.
I leave you the copy every single morning.
You can't.
It's right there.
You can't poo-poo something like that.
Windownation.com.
Take advantage.
They'll have it written down.
This is 2 days in a row.
Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Well.
That's my fault.
We have covered a lot of ground already. I'm very excited about this. We're going to return at some point. We're going to do a little more history. The Today in History and Sports. We'll return to that topic. Oh, sure. That was a great story. Right. It's the anniversary of the famous 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
Today's the day, baby.
Drink
a 10-cent beer.
Did not end well.
No.
For the Indians, yes. Wow. Now, where were we? Oh, we were talking with Christy Lee. We've got a couple of interesting stories we have not covered yet. First off, we've been talking Telegraph, telegrams all week.
You've been talking it.
Oh, no, these are legitimate news stories. As you know, there's
I can't. You know what? I'm curious. I can't wait to see what you think is
Just wait till you hear this story.
Land-breaking story about the Telegraph.
Monday, we had the story that a federal judge stated that whatever the name of the company is that owns the rights
RMS.
to the Titanic is going to be able to go down and remove the Telegraph.
I would give anything for them to get down there and find that James Cameron has just looted the place. Just gotten everything and that stupid thing that he was down in there every other weekend. And
now the state of Florida is trying to eliminate all laws regarding telegraphs. That's right. Back in March, the Florida State Senate sent Governor Ron DeSantis a bill that removes an entire chapter of state law regulating the telegraph industry.
They have nothing else going on?
Including $50 penalties for not delivering messages properly.
DeSantis is just killing it lately, isn't he?
You understand what this is about, Josh?
When Senator Ben Albritton presented the bill, his colleagues poked fun at the measure. Gee, I wonder why. Senator Jason Pizzo said there are a number of school-age children in the West Gallery, so if Senator Albritton is in this close can address what telegraphs are, because he's there and he was going to present the bill, and he's like, here, kids, what's a telegraph? Because they didn't know. Of course not.
Yeah.
There are also middle-aged people in the entire Capitol. Can you explain to us what a telegraph is? That was from Senator Jose Javier Rodriguez. Al Britton responded, just Google it, and added, next year we're going after carrier pigeons and Morse code. The bill
As
passed,
a joke?
Yeah.
Okay, thank goodness.
The bill passed unanimously, but it still needs to be signed by DeSantis for telegraph laws to be removed.
See?
This is a stupid story. Who cares?
See? Well, there are a lot of laws on the books of lots of states that are out of date, don't need to be there anymore, and it's time to remove them. And this involves the sad, sad death of the telegram.
Boy, good riddance, I say. It had its place.
Okay.
It was a wonderful thing, and now we don't need it.
But you understand my point, the larger point here about laws that we don't need.
I kind of don't. I mean, as far as
I'm sure that you're probably not familiar with this, but there are probably laws on the books in the state where you live that would make certain sexual activities that you perform illegal.
Probably.
But they're not using them.
Exactly.
They're not
just
enforcing
forgotten.
them.
Boy, that'd be weird. Knock on the door of your bedroom.
Yeah, that would be.
Hey,
We're
hands up.
using
give
that
me the-
telegraph that way.
Hands up, give me the anal ease.
But you know, he said.
Bag it, Dano.
But you know that there's better things now than the telegram, right?
Yes, way better.
Way better.
Well,
Instantaneously.
the telegrams were so. Remember in movies, they'd got a telegram. No, telegram, stop.
Is anybody
Sure.
listening to him?
No, I am still in favor of singing telegrams.
Oh, those are the best.
I've never had one. I've never seen one happen. I've never sent one. I think it should happen.
This is from the movie Evil Roy Slade.
Oh,
the
sure.
best
Wonderful.
telegraph reference ever. Mickey Rooney and Henry Gibson.
You see this hand? You see that stubby index finger? Do you know how I got it? Do you? I wore it down, tapping out messages on my telegraph key.
Men often sit around the campfire and sing about your stubby index finger, Unc.
Stubby index finger, tapping out your code. Stubby index finger, looking like a toad.
Beautiful.
All right, back to your telegraph key, you with your perfect index finger.
There you go.
Remember the guy would always, the bellhop would have that little weird cap on, and he'd run up and with the suit double-breasted. Got a telegram for Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be on the next train. Stop.
Were they employed by Western Union, those little guys? Or
Christy,
What are you doing?
Christy.
What are you doing?
I have to ask you to shut up.
What the hell?
Grab a piece of paper.
Western Union, huh?
didn't they send
Go
the
ahead, take your
telegraphs?
time.
Didn't
We'll happily wait for this.
Yeah, no one's going to be doing a cover of this song.
No. I wonder why. Listen to that. It doesn't sound right.
It's about the Western Union man.
Yeah.
It's a lost thing. It won't be.
Ice pick to the eardrums.
It's like loan me a dime for the phone. These
I'd
are all.
rather hear a peacock yelling out in my yard.
Monkey's
than that
reject song.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Here's a story we've.
I feel a
been-
little bit of.
What?
I feel for doing that, sir. I feel a little bit of remorse.
And now 7 minutes on Morse code and the history of
Morse code.
every cultural reference has ever
Dot
been
dash
made.
dash dot dash.
You
dot.
said you got
Drive
one.
off a
You got
bridge.
one telegram in your life.
No, I did. I've never.
I got one.
I've got one.
I had to send a couple.
Who'd you get one from, man?
A relative.
Was it
before
was it a sad information?
Yeah, let's relive that, Ace.
Yeah.
Did you cry when you got it?
No, I was very happy to get it. It was right before my band's first gig. And
there you go.
Relative wishing me good luck.
Oh, very nice.
Does wiring money, is that a telegram? It's Western Union.
Okay, yeah, it is Western Union. I've done that.
What's the name of that? Western
Union.
Western Union? Is that the name of the
Union,
company?
that was the name of the company.
What are you doing? Blaming me.
I like
Socks.
Really sucks.
You got a telegram, Pat?
Yeah, I got a telegram. I was 6. I was in the play Trojan Women, and my uncle sent me one. And
Trojan Women?
It said break a leg. Yeah, it's a very famous Greek play.
Yes, of course.
And you were 6.
These days,
I was 6. I died in it. I played Hecubus. Yes.
Yes, I played Hecubus, and I played on opposite of Climb on Top of Us, and of course,
That's right. Yes.
Was there a horse involved?
very amazing.
No.
No women in the cast.
No Trojan horse?
No filthy
There were
women.
7 women in the cast.
Trojan in the buttocks.
Oh, boy.
There was a Greek chorus and a young boy, and that was me.
Do you still have the telegram?
I do.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's nice.
All right. Okay. I'm going to call you on that. You bring it in tomorrow.
No, it's in storage in Pennsylvania. Bring it back.
Good luck.
I believe that you have it.
Of course I do.
Why would today be?
And someday Pat's going to win the lottery and be able to get that stuff out of storage.
My whole life is the storage back east.
The fees now approaching 7 figures.
No, I pay a monthly fee.
Okay.
Oh,
Here's a story we've promoted for 2 days. I thought maybe we should probably get to. A recent
We'll have
study.
to do it in a few minutes. Because coming up, we have
right.
Jimmy Pardo.
What a mess. Who's enjoying today's show?
I am.
I want to hear
Great
from
time.
people who are honestly enjoying it.
I think we've had some very fine stuff. We learned that the peacock and the peahen, not the
Okay.
Not the pea.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh, I know. Had a great shave this morning. Thank you, Harry's Razors.
You do look beautiful.
Thank you very much. Harry's Razors, it's a simple idea. What if we made great razors and charged half? That's pretty much the idea from square one. 10 million guys have figured this out. And right now you can just try Harry's Razors for the cheapest price ever. You get the Harry's trial set delivered right to your doorstep. You talk about safe distance. They just bring it right there, and you don't have to worry about it. As little as $3. Use the code Bob and Tom when you go to Harry's.com. The Harry's Razor returned to the essential with a great handle, great shape of that handle. So you're like an artist with a great painting. You're doing and get your nice paintbrush there. You're fixing your face. Just dreaming about my Harry shave this morning. Super convenient. Blade refills delivered directly to your door on a schedule if you like. And you can try it out. This is a great offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Here's what you get. You get the great Harry's Razor, the weighted handle that I love so much, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3. Then they'll ship. How much is the shipping, Josh?
It's free.
The shipping is free. Thank you very much. When you use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com, Harry's Razors, you're going to love it. You don't have to think about it anymore for the rest of your life if you want. Oh, look, my razor's here. Time to switch blades. It's that simple. Harry's.com. The code is Bob and Tom. Get on the Harry's Razors bandwagon. I know you'll love it. I know I do. Thank you very much. Harry's.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you, please. It helps us, helps you, helps them. That's Harry's.com. The code is Bob and Tom. Coming up, we're going to talk with the great comedian Jimmy Pardo. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, make sure you head on over to bobandtomstore.com. You don't have to buy anything. You can just look around and see what we have. Hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, lots of cool stuff for the Bob and Tom fan in your life. And remember, every dollar spent at Bob and Tom's store for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. A lot of folks out of work and needing help with feeding their families. You can help out, too. bobandtomstore.com is the place to go.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Amy Grant had open heart surgery to fix a heart condition she's had since birth. Doctors discovered Grant had the heart condition during a routine checkup. Velvet Kelm, her publicist, said Grant's doctors report the surgery yesterday could not have gone better. Amy Grant's been married to country singer, friend of the show, Vince Gill, for 20 years, 6-time Grammy winner, and has sold more than 30 million albums. The nation's largest theater chain may not survive the coronavirus pandemic. AMC reports even if the theaters reopen at the end of the month, they may still have to go out of business. The problem goes beyond being closed the past 3 months, but the real concern if moviegoers will return to theaters when restrictions ease, and will there be any movies to go see? Hollywood has canceled or delayed all the summer hits, which means pickings will be slim once the theaters get to reopen. And Bruce J. Friedman has died. He was an Oscar-nominated screenplay writer, popular playwright and author. Among the movies he wrote scripts for were Splash and Stir Crazy. Friedman was 90. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Never wanted to do this, but here we go.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ah. Werewolves of London.
Tom's applauding.
Here's the deal.
Oh, great. You know, Werewolves of London.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
He'll beat you to the emergency room and paint a devastating picture of pain and gloom. He'll hate to hear all about your wreck, but deep down he's kind of happy that you broke your neck. He's almost a doctor, he's worse than the crook. He's the lawyer on the back of your telephone book. He can cry on cue and he can lie to your face, and he can probably get you a bigger neck brace. They hadn't made anybody that he won't sue. He'll get the radio station you was listening to, and if picking up your sisters in the police report, he can probably take that boop to court. Dick Weasel, attorney at law. If you're in a body cast, he's the man to call. He'll sue your boss and your mama and them. He can make a preacher want to injure him. He'll take him to court, he'll get you the cash. He's the Johnny Cochran of the bull whiplash. He's the slickest lawyer that you ever saw. He'll have you eating jawbreakers through a straw. He's willing to grovel, he's willing to beg. What would you say to a broken leg? We could get a fake cast put on your hand that might be worth another $2 or $3 grand. He'll take him to court and get the money real quick. He'll tell the judge that he's worried sick and find the sawbones to claim that your vertebra's bent, but you'll have to cough up another 10%. Dick Weasel, attorney at law. He's at Lee Bailey with bigger gall. He could make a 12-man jury squall over a compound fracture or some bad coleslaw. And Dick Weasel won't...
Hey, everybody. It's 9:18 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Okay, so the point, Josh, is I'm sure that you have some standard of hygiene.
Sure, absolutely.
Some.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what level it would be.
It's pretty high. You'd be surprised.
But you can understand why I'm, considering that. Look around the room.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Look at the TV screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that the hygiene levels of all these people is such that opening that refrigerator is safe?
No. It's slobs everyone.
What's wrong with you people?
Here's the thing. People, if they think that you are kidding or trying to be funny, you're not. You're being incredibly serious about how filthy you think we all are.
That's why I have my own refrigerator in my office.
Why aren't you at home?
I don't understand that either.
With a camera.
Why
and
aren't
a
you just in your
Why
own
aren't
little
you
place?
just at home?
Because my little girls would be running in all the time.
Amazing. Wonderful.
They'd run in and interrupt the show constantly.
That'd be fun.
Put locks on doors.
Yeah.
Last night I had to explain
Tell them
something to
no
them.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Try explaining a Dick Hitswater joke to a 4-year-old.
Yeah. No, they don't know.
Very, very difficult. The point is we're going to hook up with great comedian Jimmy Pardo in a matter of moments. Oh, but first, I'm sorry, Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Oh, yeah, from the CarX people, we'll have showers and thunderstorms off and on today, tonight, and tomorrow. High today, 83. Low tonight, 68. High tomorrow, 87. And then a break. A really nice weekend. Plenty of sunshine, cooler temperatures, highs in the low 80s. So that'll be looking good.
Thank you very much.
68 now.
Thank you very much. Now, let's get back to the action, shall we? We're going to hook up with Jimmy Pardo in a matter of moments. I look forward to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show, and I think I'll do the introductions by mouth gape size, and I'm going to have to estimate when it comes to our guest. I can see him on the screen. Nice head of hair. Nice head of hair. Look down again, Jimmy. Let me see that. That is rock solid.
That is good hair.
No plugs in there, man. That is all yours. By mouth gape size, I'll go first. This is Tom speaking. Ace Cosby is our engineer, and Ace has a rather large mouth as well. We're measuring mouth gape because we have a new world record. Chick McGee's over there. You can't miss him at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. We moved to the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair with Josh Arnold.
Hi.
2 3/8-inch mouth gape.
That's right.
Then little teeny Christy Lee. Little tiny mouth.
Yes,
Hello, Christy.
little tiny mouth.
Thank you very much. This is Tom speaking. That's Pat Godwin around the corner. Hey. And now we are joined by comedian Jimmy Pardo, and I can see you on the screen. Jimmy, are you okay? Can I see you? Can you see me, I mean?
I can't see. I can now see two of me is what I see. And there we go. Now I see.
There you are. All right. Hey now.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Two of you. I was just thinking about you the other day.
Why is that?
Because I was listening to the radio and they played a great song from the band Chicago.
All right. Give me the album. I'll tell you the song.
Oh, just layered horns.
Well, that's
the song, too. Oh, it's just great.
That's Saturday in the Park, written by the great Robert Lamb.
Yes, great stuff. And I know you're a huge fan.
I just did in fact, I just did I was in a conversation with my friend Scott Ackerman, and we were talking about Chicago, and I said, that's in my top 50 Chicago songs. And if I'm ever bored enough, I'm going to make that list. And I've had plenty of time over the last 3 months. I made that,
Still haven't
made
made
that
it.
top 50 Chicago list. So I guess I'm going to have some. I guess I have some big presentation with that at some point. I don't know how that works. Do I call a press conference? How do I announce that big list? What do I do?
I'd like to
the
see
list
that
needs to be heard.
It does.
You know, does your list come and go? Do you have songs you love, and then after you get tired of them, and they kind of go the lower on the list, and they come back?
I do it. I think this is a pretty consistent top 50 over my fandom of Chicago. I have instances to your point of where I'll be driving and I'll hear like a David Bowie song and I'll say, boy, oh boy, I haven't heard Bowie in a while. I'm going to listen to some Bowie. And then I'm about 3 songs in, I go, I got it.
Yeah.
And then I'm done with Bowie. Or I'll go, I haven't heard Elvis Costello in a while. Like, you haven't listened to Elvis Costello. Get home. I can't wait. I put the vinyl on. It's like after side 1, we're good. They don't have Elvis Costello.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
But then there's other bands that I could listen to time and time and time and time and again. But yeah.
Really? Which one can you listen to endlessly?
Well, I can listen to Chicago endlessly. I can listen to Styx endlessly. I listen to a guy named Ellis Paul. I can listen to constantly.
Well, that's nice to know.
You know what I'm obsessed with? A band called the Sunshine Boys right now out of Chicago.
Oh yeah, George Burns.
Yeah, George Burns, Walter Matthau.
Guys. They dug these fellas up, they put instruments in their hands, and you'd be amazed at what the Dead can do. They are just phenomenal. They sound like the Smithereens. They sound like the Material Issue. They sound great.
Now, you've met the guys from Styx, right?
I haven't. As a matter of fact, I inadvertently, I didn't bring it up on purpose. We have Tommy Shaw of Styx is on my podcast this week, and it is. It's pretty amazing, man. He was the nicest guy in the world. I'm sure you guys had the time.
He's been here many times. We've actually played softball with him.
See what I mean? Like, he's just a decent man, and I've gotten to be friendly with him over the years. And we finally had him on the podcast, and we were as well as you can over Zoom. We do a duet on Blue Collar Man. We sing together on a few other songs. Like, it was young Jimmy Pardo's dream. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
So you can listen to that at nevernotfunny.com if that's what you desire to do.
No, thank you, but I appreciate the...
No, Josh, I guess the premise is you're supposed to build that up then.
I'm sorry.
See, Josh, I was fully aware.
Although you were being polite.
Yes, Josh, I knew that he had interviewed Tommy Shaw, and I happen to be a huge fan. Therefore, I sort of, rather than just kind of wedge it in, I said, you've met the guys from Styx. Then he very gracious. As a matter of fact, he had a nice subtle plug in there. For nevernotfunny.com, and you just crapped all over it.
Well, I was just
a word I rarely use.
Really wasn't too
Well, that's not true at all.
No, I never used
Can I jump in for just a half a second?
Sure you can.
Josh, whenever I come on this program, you know that I always text Chick later and say, great time, always did. Josh is really coming along.
Right.
Sure.
You're not going to get that text. How have you not learned how to do that's the one thing all you got to do is yes and. That's all you have to do, yes and.
Well, this is sort of a chicken and the egg thing. Am I acting this way because I haven't been getting those texts, or have I not been getting those texts because I act?
Seems like
I'd like
maybe
you to consider
Chick is
that.
Yeah.
Also, I understand that no but happens a lot from your host over there. So I get that maybe you're learning at the feet of Tom.
Thank you. Now, we were talking about the Telegraph earlier on the show, and I bring this up because you mentioned the fact that you use vinyl on occasion.
I use it all the time, every day.
You go back and you've got the vinyl records. One of the cool things about vinyl is that when you put a vinyl record on, if you don't like the song that's coming up next, you have to get up and pick up the tone arm and move it. So as a result, since we're usually too lazy to do that, you hear a lot of songs that you don't particularly like.
Yeah, but at the same time, then don't you get to grow to like that song?
Yes.
It's like, well, I don't want to get up and hear it. And next thing you know, it's like, you know what? That's not a bad song.
Yeah. Now, and there's
in that high voice.
There's a movement. There's a movement in Florida to remove all of the laws about the Telegraph from the books.
Not this again.
But the Telegraph. It's interesting to me because the
Not
Telegraph.
in front of guests, please.
Right.
This is embarrassing.
No, but we live in a world where there's too much communication. I don't want to hear anything about Twitter anymore. I just remember back in the day when you have to go. Hey, there's a guy that shows up with a suit. Knocks on the door.
And a weird hat.
Yeah. She goes, hey, Josh, she's on the train. Stop. Love you. Stop.
Do I remember those days? No.
No, of course not.
How old do you think we are?
It's in the movies.
You
It's
barely
cool.
remember. I don't even think you remember those days.
You don't remember those days?
Yes, I've received a couple telegrams in my life. It's
we have a telegram for Tom just in.
super cool.
Let's see. Tom, stop. Shut up. Stop. No one cares. Stop. There you go. That's a telegram for Tom.
Hey, Chick, it's interesting. I have one here as well for Tom. It just says, "Hey, Tom, stop. 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 Stop.
Thank you very much.
Stop.
Yeah, the last telegram was sent.
Oh my God!
Really?
We have a guest.
July 14th, 2013.
Oh, we're coming up with the anniversary. Great.
You got big plans for the anniversary.
Oh, every year I go, Danielle, Oliver, don't forget today's Telegraph Day.
That's right. Let's go. Round them up. Let's go. Big barbecue.
You've got, of course, in Detroit, the great Telegraph Road.
Of course we do.
What would that be called today? Twitter Road? Look, more tweets. They even sound wimpy, just the name tweet.
You're on the wrong side of this, dude.
He's gotten older since it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, I could blame a lot of things on Twitter, but
get in the sun, walk around.
There's no sun anymore. Okay, now Jimmy Pardo talking top 50 Chicago songs. Mm-hmm. And I say top 50 live comedy performances. Pardo way up in that. In fact, top
40. 40. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in my top 3.
Live performances, top 10. And I've seen the best of the best.
Okay.
I've seen
high praise. I accept it. Thank you.
It's true, and I can't wait till you can get back on the road and do live stuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
If we're talking anniversaries, this one you can relate to as well. In 1974, on today's date, the famous 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. You're probably old enough to remember what a disaster that was, and because of that, I don't think any other minor league or major league team has ever been stupid enough to do 10-cent beer night.
Right.
True enough.
I think they made it illegal.
I'm sorry. In 1974, how much were beer anyway? Like, how big of a discount was that?
Oh, they were still several dollars a piece.
You think?
They were?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like 95 cents sounds about right.
Well, today, isn't the typical stadium beer essentially what a 6-pack costs in a liquor store?
Last stadium beer I paid for, and that was probably, that's 5 or 6 years ago. It was $8.75 for an aluminum can of Budweiser at Busch Stadium.
That is
I know drinks at most concerts
16
now,
ounces.
you put down a 20 and that's it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Put down a 20 and the rest is like a $1.50 tip. So, but 10-cent beer, even today, 10-cent beer would just be huge.
Well, a 10-cent beer today would be amazing.
But it would cause total mayhem.
Yeah. I have a drinking problem, so I don't drink. So I appreciate this.
That's why I brought this up.
I'll be 21 years sober. You know what? 5 days after Telegraph Day. So
that's great.
Okay, here's a relatable, Jimmy. Jimmy, here's a relatable. Today is
a weekend for you.
Today
is the 92nd birthday of Dr. Ruth.
Boy, have you seen the documentary about Dr. Ruth?
Yes.
What a wonderful documentary. That was wonderful. I thought it was great.
Yeah, that was the one that they did at Sundance, and then she did a wonderful panel discussion after. She's still got it. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's sweet.
You don't think she has the fastball anymore,
I don't think
Chick?
she has the fastball,
She's so nice.
She can't hit the corners. You know that.
She's bright.
She knows it.
She knows it.
Well, she's going finesse. She's finessing now more than the.
That's right, off speed.
More than just throwing the heat. Exactly.
Well,
you got to get them out any way you can. Dr. Ruth figured out how to do it.
There you go.
Speaking of baseball, it may or may not come back this summer. I hope they figure this out. Come on.
Me too, brother. Oh man, I
don't think they are, Jimmy. I don't think it's going to get figured out.
You're not really at a sports desk. You have to know that. Right? I mean, you have no inside information.
The owners and the players just don't like each other. You know this.
I do. By the way, Chick, you look fantastic. Are you using some sort of bronzer? I'm not.
That's a fair question. He tans wonderful.
I've been out a couple days, and I don't take much sun. Well, it doesn't take much sun for me to bronze up real quick.
Also, Chick's hair is longer than usual, and I think it looks better this length.
Thank you.
I agree with that. Also, with the way that his white beard pops out of that George Hamilton-like face of his.
Defines your cheekbones.
Someone wants some Omaha Steaks.
Let's talk about this some more. Yeah.
You look good. That's the point.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Now, Jimmy, are you cutting your own hair?
I have cut my own hair now a total of 3 times. Yes,
it looks
sir.
great because you got a nice close crop.
He likes it high and tight. You know that.
It's hard. It's hard to screw this up. I mean, the first couple of days, it's tight, but it's growing out nicely, and I'm very happy. I'm opening up a shop in the backyard. It seems to be
Nice.
going well.
Oh, good.
Do you have the clipper gizmo that goes on the cutter to the device you plug in?
Oh yeah, I use a number. I think I'm using a number 2 through the sides here, number 3, and then a 5 through there, and you just get in there.
Is it the Floby? Does it have the?
It's not the Floby. I don't have that kind of a contraption here. But boy, I used to do a joke in my act about not the Floby, but whatever product came out after that was Floby-like. I don't remember what that was. So I'm glad I brought it up.
Was it
very good?
Was this a hair cutting product? Or
it was a. What? I hope so.
It was a wax for your car.
Because the next big one, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the next big one the ShamWow?
The ShamWow was a hair cutting thing.
I know, but I think we're talking about giant television products that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Tom a break on this. I think he's absolutely right. So a very rare Jimmy Pardo. Yes, Tom.
Thank you. Tip of the hat.
I'll allow it.
What is?
Also, I need to apologize for anybody watching this thing. I had the little dermatology work done. I wasn't beat up. That's why I've got these weird things on my face. I don't want anybody going, "What? Oh, look at see Pardo's face. What's going on? I haven't seen the new version of Philadelphia. What's happening?" So,
they froze you a couple places, right?
The stage play. Those are lesions. Okay, good.
They freeze you. That's exactly right, Josh. They freeze you a little bit. They get in there with a
and they shave it
some
off.
sort of with like a popsicle or something. I think they use.
Now, let me ask you this. I don't know the answer to this question. What do you think is the most what product that's advertised on television, sort of mail order, is the biggest seller right now? Do you think is it the My Pillow?
Probably My Pillow. Yeah.
He says My Pillow.
Yeah, I do not
he
hear
doesn't
pillow.
say pillow.
I hear pillow.
Pillow. My Pillow.
Jimmy, he's been going on for this for about a week now about the guy who sells the My Pillow doesn't know how to say pillow. Yeah, I know.
Great.
You can't do anything with it. Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
Can't do anything with it.
Can't live without it. Okay, good.
Seems like a great guy.
Yeah, seems like
he's a recovering guy. He's got some good stuff going.
Recovering.
Does it? All right.
When is the last time you went to a professional baseball game, Jimmy? Was it in L.A. or did you go to Chicago and go to?
It would have been at. You know what? It was the White Sox versus the Angels at the end of last season. I brought my young Oliver. I was kind enough to join me on that, and actually we went in the booth. I got to join Jason Benetti, the White Sox broadcaster, in the booth, and I got to quote unquote do play-by-play for a couple of innings.
Oh, that's awesome!
Zowie.
That's so cool.
It was another dream come. Like the last year, like I know it sucks. Let's not deny how bad this last year sucks. Had a couple of cool things happen.
Yeah, everything's coming up, Jimmy.
Yeah, Tommy Shaw and White Sox play-by-play.
I mean, it's
what else is on that list? May I ask?
Well, just the two things, but I don't know. I think that's
two more than I've got, Tom. What about you?
You have a bucket list?
You've got that great tan going on, Chick. You've never.
I do have a great tan.
I should explain to Jimmy Pardo, our guest, that Chick McGee, this was going to be the year. Well, first of all, among the other things that we don't get to do,
what's happening?
Chick and Josh were going to be going to London to watch.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
watch Cardinals Cubs.
You're going to watch the Cardinals Cubs in London.
Yeah, and this was going to be the year we were sending Chick McGee down to Florida to enter the Hemingway lookalike contest.
Oh, yeah, Key West. I was going to do that, too.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And I dare I say, even with the longer hair, it looks bad. Now, of course, you have headphones on, so I can't really tell, but the longer hair, I think you have even a better shot of winning.
Yeah,
I would have. I think I would have placed.
If you've ever seen the famous picture of Hemingway where he has the, what is it,
sweater,
turtleneck sweater on, and the angle's just right, it's a Chick McGee.
It is.
Yeah. I can't imagine Ernest Hemingway having anywhere near the sense of humor that Chick has, though.
Well, right there at the end.
You don't.
He appreciated shorter jokes.
Yeah, you don't really get a lot of chuckles out of the old man in the sea.
Not a lot of laughs in hills like white elephants.
Yeah. In our time,
can I ask you a question about
on the K at Smyrna, telling a couple of quick jokes before the bodies were shipped off. I'm sorry, Jimmy. What do you got?
Oh no, I apologize. I stepped on it. The latency screwed me up on that. But I wanted to ask, if it is a look-alike contest, why couldn't that still be done over the internet with either photographs or Zoom video?
Good point.
It very well could.
Virtual. Yeah.
Maybe next year they'll have to if they don't get this figured out.
I know you're mad at technology, Tom, so hopefully you'll allow it.
Actually, July 26th, the weekend, I think, which is what, 4 or 5.
That's about a week after Telegraph Day. Yeah,
Telegraph Day. That's when the Papa contest is this year.
Oh, okay.
Chick, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
if they still do it, will you hop in a car and drive down there and do it?
Oh boy,
goodness.
that's a drive.
Boy, that's it's been a long time since I've had to drive more than like.
I'll drive you. You can ride in the back, and
it'll take you 2 days.
Now wait a minute. I like this. Yeah,
See?
we could stop in Mobile.
Driving Mr. Chick.
Waffle Full House, Mr. McGee?
Oh, yes.
Put a TV in the back.
Maybe so.
What's the song that has the TV in the
Gangsterline,
back?
William
Gangsterline,
Vaughn.
yeah.
Be thankful for what you've got.
Yeah, Gangsterline. Thank you very much. Our guest is Jimmy Pardo. Jimmy Pardo can be found all over that internet thing.
Jimmy, you're doing a virtual edition of your podcast, right? Is that coming up?
Well, we've been doing our podcast. We do it, but are you referring to playing games on Saturday?
Yeah,
Yes,
the one
thank
you're
you,
doing
Christy.
live.
Yeah, we're doing a live playing games. That's my game show podcast that it's kind of gone away, but we are doing a live version. We're raising money for various Black Lives Matter as well as the frontline people and the medical people.
Oh, cool.
Good. So the money, the proceeds go there. So if you want to buy a ticket, it's the Andrea Savage is our guest. And it's a game show. And you can watch that at flapperscomedy.com, I believe is where you would get tickets for that.
Cool.
And it's at 7:30 Pacific on Saturday, so 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. Mountain, you figure it out. You people, I don't know how you work your clock.
Add 2, subtract 7. And it's nevernotfunny.com, the great Jimmy Pardo. And when he hits the road, make sure that you go see him. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Always hilarious.
See you,
Thanks,
Jimmy.
you guys.
Bye,
Good morning.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
See you, man.
He truly is always funny.
Yeah,
Always
wonderful.
And
Looking forward to Telegraph.
I'll never forget. He did a special thing. It was essentially a memorial service, and he got up there, and the first thing he said was, "Never cared for the man." I almost wet my pants. Okay. Now, Father's Day just around the corner. I've been becoming kind of fixed on this, thinking about it, and we literally have discovered the perfect gift for Father's Day. Our steaks from Omaha Steaks. They come in a big cooler. You're ready to rock. Your dad is going to love these, and with any luck, you'll be part of the barbecue. Okay?
Yes.
Think of all the dads you know out there, and think how much they don't want a tie or the rock that says "Best Dad in the World." Take it, Josh.
No way. They want perfectly aged, tender steaks, which is what you'll get at omahasteaks.com. Go there, enter the code BTS into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available for Dad. Many that include free shipping and a free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick applewood smoked steak cut bacon. Oh, my mouth is watering just saying those
Holy
words.
heck.
Omaha Steaks has a variety of Father's Day packages that include world-famous Omaha Steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for tenderness and hand-carved to perfection. Burgers, franks, sausages. Now, we all pretty much agree in this room that we don't call them hot dogs. They are gourmet franks, and they're the finest you'll ever have.
My 4-year-old loves them, and that's if anyone has a 4-year-old, you know that they won't eat anything.
Yeah.
But she loves the Omaha Steaks dogs.
And she's right, too. Premium poultry and pork cut by Omaha Steaks butchers, individually sealed for freshness and flavor. Tasty and easy to make side dishes, plus one-step family meals. Man, I had the Meat Lovers lasagna last week. Incredible. Artisan desserts like those caramel apple tartlets and much, much more. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send Dad the gift he really wants. Perfectly aged Omaha Steaks. Get free shipping and free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS into the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Omaha Steaks.
I'm supposed to hit the button when you say steak cut bacon.
Yes, you're talking about the free steak cut bacon.
Ah, yeah.
Ah, there you go.
That's a poem in itself.
It sure is.
Steak cut bacon by Robert Frost.
Words you can eat.
Whose bacon this is, I think I know. My butcher is in Omaha, though.
We'll be right back.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check out the Bob and Tom Show app and let your voice be heard. Our contact info is right there.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark Allison with you on a Thursday, June 4th. The Bob and Tom app free at your iTunes or Google Play Store. What are you waiting for? All the cool kids have it. You can tune into your local station. Listen to me right here on Bob and Tom 24/7, Bob and Tom's 24-hour comedy station. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the Bob and Tom show each and every morning. Imagine that. Chick McGee, the first voice you hear in the morning. Oh, yeah. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Get the app. It's free.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The start of the Major League Baseball season is in serious jeopardy after management rejected the players' offer for a 114-game regular season in the pandemic-delayed season with no additional salary cuts. That's according to a person familiar with the negotiations who also tells reporters that MLB did not plan to make a counter-proposal. MLB told the union it had no interest in extending the season into November when it fears a second wave of the virus could disrupt the postseason and jeopardize $787 million in broadcast revenue. A person familiar with the situation tells the AP that the NBA has told the Players Association that it will present a 22-team plan for restarting the season to the league's Board of Governors sometime this afternoon. And Major League Soccer players have approved a new collective bargaining agreement that will allow for the league to return this summer with a tournament in Florida. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom. 24/7.
Ancient philosophy was framed by prodigies. Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates. And even though their thoughts were deemed the aristocratic voice, they also had a thing for little boys. Catherine the Great, so it's been said, needed large animals to be fulfilled in bed. From historic rulers to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Isn't life pretty? Ernest Hemingway once said. And then he put a bullet through his head. Salvador Dali's surreal paintings were God sent. You'd never know he ate his own excrement. It's a great one during breakfast hour. Then there's Da Vinci, for whom it required dressing in women's underwear to be inspired. From the great romantics to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, first of all, you can't smoke around a baby, Drew. So.
Says who? The man. That's who says. Snot.
95 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
The show I've dreamed of.
Yeah,
It's just me in here with Ace and Christy.
Mm-hmm.
So peaceful.
No Pat.
So nice.
No Chick. No Josh.
No weird germs being shouted out by some jackass that.
Who's busting your testicles about being late?
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go.
There we go.
Oh, hi. Fixing the coffee machine, were you? You know what I'm going to do?
What?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Andy back in here with his coffee thing.
He doesn't have any excuse. He was yucking it up with Godwin, I think.
I was watching.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
Hi, I was talking to Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's nice of you.
Billions is back on, so we had to discuss.
Okay, with the guy that they hanged in.
What?
What?
Yeah, the actor. That guy was hanged in. Remember?
Well, so much for people wanting to watch Billions.
No, he's not hanged in Billions.
Homeland.
He was hanged at Homeland.
I didn't get that far in Homeland yet.
Aw, man.
Oh, sorry.
Boy, you could mess up an anvil with a rubber hammer. You know that.
It's only been a decade. It's about time you watched it.
You beat everything. You know that.
Hey, we have partly cloudy skies out there
Who
right
asked
now.
you?
It's not looking too bad. But we do have rain moving back in this afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
going to hold you to that.
I apologize. We have, what is it this afternoon?
Rain and thunderstorms.
It's shoot the messenger weather.
All right.
But a great weekend, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need. Okay.
Plenty of
And then
sunshine, lower humidity, low 80s.
Thank you. A week from Friday, which is tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, we're doing our heat relief thing, grabbing a water, and hope you can help us out. It's an important summertime event because some of these food banks really need help, and we're going to try our part. Hope you can be part of it. We'll give you some details coming up. We'll be at the Walmart on the south side. Breathe in, breathe out. It's great to be here. It's the 4th of June, 2020. We're going to do a special edition of Today in History with a special sports segment.
Wow.
With special guest Chick McGee.
All right. What are we
Coming-
doing? I love that guy. It's great.
Were you paying attention at all?
Nope, didn't hear a word you said.
Okay.
I was looking at a picture of Jim Kick and Larry Zonka. Go ahead.
From
sorry.
the Dolphins? What's the occasion?
Well, from when Jim Kick played for the Broncos and Larry Zonka played for the Giants.
Well, that's obscure.
Yeah.
It's the crazycockwine.com sports desk. That's where Chick is. The Navy Federal Credit Union news desk is where you'll find Christy Lee.
Hey.
The chair over there is an orange chair. It's the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair starring Josh Arnold.
Hi.
OmahaSteaks.com for the greatest Father's Day gift of all time. I'm going to be buying a bunch of them today for some dads that I know. I'm very excited about this. OmahaSteaks.com. Check it out.
That's
It's
nice
the
of
best.
you.
That's Ace Cosby, of course. And then we are the home of the track phone hotline. Thank you very much. Pat Godwin's around the corner where the fudge is made, apparently chatting up Josh during the break, making him late.
Yeah, right.
It's probably the opposite, actually.
Christy, we're going to have to do that story tomorrow.
Yeah, I
about
know.
this,
I
the
put it
sex
away
thing.
already.
Okay.
Oh, man, I don't want to hear that one.
Yeah, well, it's kind of
nah.
interesting. Sort of, what do they say, counterintuitive?
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah. But right now, are we going to do Today in History and find out the sports thing we got going? Is that okay with everybody?
Time now for today
In history.
Yes,
in history.
Yeah,
Okay.
Leonard. Man.
Jeez.
Good.
Jeez. I'm going to do it Socratic method
I
here.
wet myself.
Okay, I'll start this question. I'll make it for Pat Godwin. Pat,
Yes, sir.
the quadricycle debuted in what year, where, and who was driving it?
What in God's
What
name?
the hell are you
mean
talking
the
about?
I can guess.
automobile? You mean Henry Ford? You
Yes.
The quadricycle.
That's what they called it
They
because
called it-
they didn't know what it was.
1917?
The term car was not used yet.
1917.
I don't know.
1905? 1907?
1896.
Whoa.
Henry Ford developed what was then called the quadricycle.
I'm not really up on my Henry Ford.
How'd they go
That's
from
right.
that to car?
Well, they had automobile. That's a great question, Christy. When did automobile become
Well,
a car?
car is a.
That's a. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I do not.
I'll look into that.
Conveyance of.
I'm glad the name quadricycle went away, though. That
Yeah, because it sounds dirty.
See my new quadricycle.
And, if you've ever seen, you've seen the video of this. One of his neighbors put a baseball card in there.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so it sounded like it was
Remember
having engine trouble.
I think the quadricycle had like a tiller and everything. Yeah,
Yes.
That's how you steered. Yeah.
Very good, very good. A big stick to steer.
more or
it.
less.
But, yeah, it was like a Homer Simpson baseball card from that era to make it sound like it was fast. And then we
Honus Wagner, maybe?
Homer Simpson?
Honus Wagner. Honus Wagner. I was close. The point is,
you weren't
we
close
now
at
turn it
all.
over to Chick McGee for Today in
geez.
Sports History. Go ahead.
Yes, on this date in 1974,
You got to have the music.
it was 10.
I got run out of
On
time.
this date in 1974, it was 10-cent beer night at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, between
Was it Deaf Night?
Apparently.
the Rangers and the Indians.
You wanted music, you got music.
But I think the recording of this is less than this, as you can hear.
By the way,
Anyway.
car stands for carriage.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's a combustible
All right. That makes sense.
Combustible automobile response.
response. Yeah.
Okay. Car. What are you doing over there? That's it?
Yes. Would you look at the time?
How much time's left?
Not much.
Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products to keep your facility running is what Grainger does best.
So we didn't learn it.
He gets into these.
We did learn.
We learned it 5 times
We learned
today.
all GD morning.
Yes, God.
I bet they wish the soldiers had been driving those quadricycles at Tiananmen Square in 1989.
Tiananmen Square, back to that again.
There we go.
Granger for the ones who get it done. Tom, go right ahead.
Who do you want to get hit by, a tank or
a quadricycle?
A quadricycle. Okay. We learned that.
I see. What are you doing over there?
Yeah.
We learned that the chipmunk that's been haunting Chick's garage apparently missing.
Evidently.
Presumed
haven't
dead.
seen him in a while. Haven't smelled anything odd.
Okay.
So
If you're pulling out of the Frigamall building here and you want to go left, you'll be able to see now because I trimmed the bushes.
Thank you.
Thank you very
welcome.
much. Oh, yeah.
Do something about the policeman at the top of the hill so I can get home.
We got a letter from a guy who, I'm just calling him Mr. C in Arizona, who, after yesterday's show, said that he indeed does huff panties. In this case, his wife's, but still.
Good for you.
Well, I'm not sure it's good for. I would think maybe talking to a physician about. I'm just. You don't want to be huffing E. coli, among other things. I'm angry about flavored iced teas. They should be banned. We checked out some great music from Greg Kihn, the breakup song. If you've never heard it, give yourself a favor and listen to that. My God, it's fantastic.
Play the whole thing.
That's it.
And then Western Union.
That's it. Do you enjoy the taste?
Oh, sorry. When we come back, there we go. That's it. Thank you very much. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at Bob.
A look at their car is perhaps the best way to introduce the uninitiated to WFBQ Radio's morning team, Bob and Tom. The pink and camouflage junker features 3 hood ornaments, a bowling trophy, the hind quarter of a horse, and a jar of tartar sauce that will have to be explained elsewhere.
Q95, it's 8:42. You're with Bob and Tom on a 2 for Tuesday.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Great.
Holmes.
Sherlock. Let's play word association.
Okay.
Howdy.
Holmes.
Sherlock.
Holmes.
John C. You're with Bob and Tom.
Holmes.
The human tripod.
I see.
Okay, I'm sorry, Bob.
That's all right.
From 6 a.m. and for the next 4 hours, Bob Kavoyan and Tom Griswold fill the airwaves with jokes and pranks that range from silly to hilarious and from bawdy to sick.
Why is sex like air?
Why is sex like air? I give up, Bob.
Because it's no big thing unless you're not getting it.
They deliver a National Lampoon sort of humor that leaves the audience laughing while wondering how Q95 can broadcast some of the things they say.
Half the joke is in your mind. The joke isn't stated outright. The person has to put something into it to get something out of it.
Yeah, they're fun and
people like them.
People enjoy them.
They laugh at them. There's an alternative. You can always change the channel.
But people aren't. After 2 years on the air, Bob and Tom have taken Q95's morning show to the top of the volatile morning FM ratings. WFBQ is the 3rd radio station the zany team has worked for. After 6 years together, they've got the routine down pat. Bob runs the audio control board, plays straight man, and provides the program's famous laugh.
Amateur phylactics. Amazing concept, I think, and I think it's going to.
Tom sits on a mound of notes and papers to provide the program's often quoted jokes and many of its voices.
Oh, hello, Mohandas.
Hello, Bob.
How are you?
Oh, I am fine today. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Mohandas.
You look very good today.
Thank you so much, Mohandas.
Much of their banter is off the cuff with an occasionally rehearsed punchline off mic during a song.
Only if it makes you late for the ceremony.
She's controversial. She's provocative. She's the famous sex therapist, Dr. Ruth Weisboner. Good morning, Dr. Ruth.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Is it wrong to have sex before you're married?
No, as long as you're not late for the wedding.
Bob and Tom say they get very few complaints from listeners as they poke fun at every special interest group imaginable, and station management has left them unrestrained on the limits of their humor. After 2 years, the result has been high ratings, a devoted following, and 2 happily transplanted Hoosiers who say they just might stay to grow old and gray on Q95.
Could be. It's very possible. In fact, it's already started.
Bob's getting gray.
Yeah. Tom's getting old.
Yeah.